baby, get it cracking like a levy. I'ma show 'em all how to party if they let me. Keep the countdown and release the confetti. The party don't start till I get there. I said it's all in the rest and it ain't fair. I've been waiting on this moment my whole life. Yeah, give me my crown if it's just right. You make it look good. Watch yourself, huh? Yeah, you make it look good. Don't let it watch yourself, huh? Cause you make it look good. Watch this. Pull up with the top down. Ain't anything. I'm way too hot now. I radiate. Don't need a rear view. They're behind me. Cause my future's so bright in my blind. Hold up. Why I gotta shine so bright? Don't need a reason. Escorting my haters out. They wish you sleeping. Can't be nobody else. I'ma be myself. So they gon' have to watch me treat myself. You make it look good. Watch yourself, huh? Yeah, you make it look good. Don't let it watch yourself, huh? Cause you make it look good. You make it look good. Watch yourself, huh? Yeah, you make it look good. Don't let it watch yourself, huh? Cause you make it look good. Watch yourself, huh? You make it look good. You make it look good. Watch yourself, huh? Yeah, you make it look good. Don't let it watch yourself, huh? Cause you make it look good. Watch this.
Watch this. What is going on, everybody? Today is Thursday. Hope everybody's having a good week so far. This is the Native Tribe Show, and I am your host. You know they call me Native. Anyway, listen, y'all. We got a call from our friends over at Phone Calls from Prison, right? Right? And I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't very excited about this. It's kind of depressing. I listened to it, and let me just say, Sonya is a homeless person. Okay. Now I know you're saying Native. You know, why are you saying she's homeless? She's got an RV, a camper, a trailer, or whatever the fuck that shit is. But listen, let me tell you something. When she started describing homeless-like behaviors, I then determined that this woman went from living in an apartment, which she called bum shit, right? Bum, as in a bum lives in an apartment, to wandering around. And literally, people, she's wandering around. Okay. She's a wanderer. She's wandering around in her RV slash camper trailer, hanging out with other people who are homeless. Okay. That's what she's doing. So I thought that since we were watching the movie of two homeless people that are in love, that I would make a movie poster showing two homeless people in love. Okay. So, yes, Native Tribe Urban Media presents Homeless and in Love. That is the theme of tonight's live. Okay. And this movie just gets worser and worser. Okay. It just does. There's nothing uplifting about any of this shit. All right. She's shitting in bags. She's getting pulled over by racist people that don't expect black people to be driving RVs. All of this is happening to Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III. Meanwhile, her boo thing, okay, her boo thing that's been indicted by a jury of his peers, a grand jury, okay. Ernest Williams, you know, they say he nasty. Who was they? A grand jury. Okay. He is guiding her, and ultimately y'all laughing at her through everything that is happening. So this is a movie about dummies. We got two dummies that are homeless and in love, and this is their story. And you have tuned in here to the Native Tribe Urban Media Show so that I could go over with you all this love story about two homeless idiots that deserve each other more than anything else. And you're wondering who's starring in this movie? Well, it's Dion William. That's right, William. Now go William. We left off the S. Just in case infamous Sylvia tries to read the poster, she'll understand what's going on. We left the S's out, okay? Dre, Sonya Waller, Durham Jackson III. Yeah. It's a story about shit and shitty love, okay? So that's what we're doing tonight, everybody. I want to thank everybody for being here. I do appreciate you coming through on this Thursday evening and hanging out with me over here at the Native Tribe. I can't do the show without you. You know I can't. I appreciate you so much. So let me see who is here this evening. I got one Jennifer. Yes, one Jennifer Worser and Worser, indeed. Bullet Holes in the house is greeting Native in chat. Hello, Bullet Holes. How are you? One Char Willie says, "Oh Lord, yes, that's right, Char Willie. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing." Okay, Bella's in the building. Said, "Child, what is this?" You about to find out. Legacy Moon, True Crime and Mysteries is in the house. Hello, Legacy Moon. How are you? She says, hey, Native and Tribe. Hello, hello, hello. Shirley's Divorce Finally says, hello, chat, listening at my black job. Well, okay, Shirley Divorce Finally. I hope you have a great rest of your shift at your black job, okay? JMM55 in the building says, happy Thursday. Hello, JMM55. How are you? Major's wife is in the house, says, hey, y'all. Hello, Major's wife. How are you? Justin's mom in the building says, hello, Native and Tribe. Hello, Justin's mom. How's everything going with you? Sonia's Boots in the house says, hey, Native and Triber. Hello, hello, hello. Miss Lady is in the house says, hey, Tribe fam, let's go. Well, let's go, Miss Lady. I'm with you. Let's do it. Leo Lady 251 in the house says, good evening. How are you doing, Leo Lady? Hope everything is going well with you. Mimi in the house says, hey, hello, Mimi. Jet Black Straight is here with us this evening. Hello, Jet Black Straight. JMM55 in the house. My tie in the house. Ebony joining us on this Thursday evening. How are you doing, Ebony? Hope you are doing well. Char Willie says we got to get Diana Ross to sing the intro for the Zesty Little Boy. It's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. Keisha Marie in the house says, hi, Huns. Hello, Keisha Marie. How are you? Nana and Nini 336 in the house says, hello, Native and Tribe. Hello, hello, hello. I got Miss Kim in the building, says, hey, Native and Tribe, almost missed the jam into some Robert Palmer. Okay, Robert Palmer, you might as well face it. You're addicted to love. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. Coffee's Brewing in the house says, hey, hey, hey. Hello, Coffee is Brewing. Natasha Butler is here and says, hey, hello, Natasha Butler. How are you? Us Seniors Need Love Too is in the house, says, hey, Native and Tribe fam. Well, hello, hello, hello. Jackson Tabasco is in the house, says, hello, Native and everyone. Hello, Jackson Tabasco. How are you? We got Sound Checker Net is in the house. Hello, Sound Checker Net. Hope you are doing well. Fax the Feather in the house. Fax the Feather said that she is a driveway surfer. I ain't mad at that. So is Sonya. Says, hey, hey, all. Hello, hello, hello. Mary Willis is in the house. Says, good evening, Native and Tribe. Got the flames in the chat. My Ty calls her a nomad. She's a homeless person. Ebony says, to be politically correct, she's unhoused. Unhoused people are unhoused. She's homeless, Ebony. And let me tell you why. She's homeless because she chose this life, right? She decided that that's what she wanted to be, was homeless. And she don't have a home. And she out here being hanging out with other people that ain't got homes. Now, she might be hanging out with some unhoused people, but she homeless. That's stuff right here, homeless. That's right. That's right. But yeah, she was never housed. She lived with Tomas and Sydney. She was never housed. Sonya Waller, Durham Jackson III is homeless. Kim F says, hey, Native and Tribe, I have to catch this on replay. No problem, Kim F. Thank you so much for coming through. Justin's mom said that poster is everything. I tried. Southside Chi-Town 73 is in the house. Says, hey, y'all. Hello, Southside Chi-Town. How are you? Shows Divorce Finance. I like this movie trailer. It was awesome. Trying to capture the essence of this call. Folks ain't got nowhere to live. Folks is going from driveway to driveway up in folks' house, trying to get texts from when they gonna eat and all that other stuff so they can come in and eat something. Going to the Planet Fitness so they could take a shower. My God. It's a love story. And then you got Mr. In the cell when he get out of a jail, he still ain't got nowhere to go. Yeah, two homeless people in love. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, let's talk about it all. Says, oh my God, hey everybody, but that picture is crazy. I'm so glad you love the poster, Miss Lady. I do appreciate that. Tracy in the building says, hi, Native and Tribe. Hello, hello, hello. Mary Willis says, Native, she is an evil lady. Remember the baby. Remember Shirley Strawberry. She is absolutely evil. I ain't forgot none of it. I ain't forgot none of it, Mary Willis. JMM55 says, shit in bags. That's what she do. That's what she do. It is. Mm-hmm. AK's F350 says, good evening, everyone. I'm hollering at the movie poster and the actors' names. No S on the Williams. No, we don't put S's on the names. No. It's Ernest William. It's Dion William, AK's F350. That's how we doing it, okay? NPR Nerd 73 says, hey, Native and Tribe family. Hello, NPR Nerd. How are you? Hope you are doing well. Sanders RN23 says, good evening, Tribe. Driving into my work shift. Have a great night, everyone. You have a great night as well. Sanders RN23, thank you for all that you do. AK's F350 says Dre doesn't have a full name or a last name. No, he doesn't. We just know him as Dre. What's Dre's last name? AK's F350. What's his last name? Because I don't know it. I don't know it. Okay. I am not. I am within my full mind. Okay. I am not crazy. Okay. Carly's Burke says, hey, Native and Tribe, I love this movie poster right apart from me. I got to figure out how to get you in there, Carly's Burke. I will absolutely write some dialogue for you. Maybe you can be the nurse that helps Sonya get her come back to life after she went to the afterlife and she saw the white light and she came back. So maybe Carly's Burke, you could be one of the nurses that helps bring her back. I don't know. We'll figure it out. SD Martinique is in the house. Says, hey, Native and Chat. Hello, SD Martinique. How are you? Ray Della Lewis in the building. It says, hey, how are you? DMV 703 says, hey, Native and Tribe. I'm just in time. Hello, DMV 703. How are you? Chi-Town CPA says, hey, Native and Tribe. Hello, Chi-Town CPA. How are you? Ms. Lady says, Nesto is now living in AC, have 3 meals a day and other people to socialize with if he so chooses. So don't trying to sell the homeless life ain't, but no, he's not. But at the same time, Ms. Lady, if they open up the doors for him today, where he gonna go? He ain't got nowhere to go. He has nowhere to go. No one has offered him a place to live except Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III, and she ain't got no place to live. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Ms. Lorraine in the house says, hey, Native and Tribe. Hello, Ms. Lorraine. How are you? 50 Queen is in the building with flames in the chat. Hello, 50 Queen. How are you? Petty Patty is here. It says, good evening, Native and Tribe. Hello, hello, hello. Diva Law 888 says, hey, y'all. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Keisha Marie says, I wouldn't be shocked if he was talking to or writing someone else. I don't know if I want him. Look, Keisha Marie, I would be surprised. Because what would be the pickup line? What is he saying to these people? Hey, I'm about to be in prison for life. What you doing? Come on with it. I doubt it. I would seriously doubt it. Ms. HLS is in the house, says, hey, Native and Tribe. Hello, Ms. HLS. I'm free to be me in the building. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Michi3 is also in the house, a part of that Native Tribe Urban Media Mod Squad. Thank you so much, ma'am, for everything that you and the ladies do. I can't do it without you. Rossi in the building says, hey, Native and Tribe. Hello, hello, hello. Jackson Tabasco is in the house. Hello, hello, hello. Me in the house says she's just driving from parking lot to parking lot. That's exactly what she doing. Parking lot to parking lot, okay? Rakia is in the house, says, hello, hello, Rakia. How are you? Sassy gal in the house says, good evening, Tribe. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Is that Aunt Natty? It is indeed Aunt Natty. She says, hey, Native and Tribe. Hello, Aunt Natty. How are you? Chick-fil-A gal is joining us on this Thursday evening. How are you, Chick-fil-A gal? Reefs and Muff's mom in the building says, good evening, Native Mods and Tribe. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Hope you are doing well. GC is in the house, says, hi, Native Tribe, Jailbird, and the RV homeless. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Miss Kim says most people who are doing RV life have a permanent space at an RV park. The park has amenities. Sonya had no plan for RV life. She's basically a hobo on wheels. Miss Kim, here's the thing: the RV life, if you're living that life, you there are expenses connected to that, right? When she says that the RV park wanted $1,100, it's like, yeah, they want money. It costs money to do this. This isn't something that you just randomly do for free, but for some reason she doesn't want that. So little Miss Cheapskate would rather give $11 to a guy in Walmart for shoes than to pay for her space at an RV park. Ain't that something? Delicate Dale is in the house. Says, hey y'all, hello Delicate Dale, how are you? Hey, let's talk about it all. Says Bag Lady. Yeah, that's who that is. That's Bag Lady. Um, Ms. HLS says they're going to live on the run. I mean, on the road. Ms. HLS, let me tell you something. I haven't laughed this hard at a call. My God. In so long. It's been a long time since I just laughed at a call. This call is so funny to me. Ms. HLS, I can't wait to get into it for real. Miss Fine One is in the house. Says, hey, tribe and native. Hello, Miss Fine One. How are you? Ms. Nisi's in the building. Says, good evening, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Monta said, what about the Wanderer? Because I'm a wanderer. Yeah, I actually used to like that song, Monta. I like that. But she is a wanderer. She is indeed. She is indeed. Sleepy Libra 17 is in the house. Hello, hello, hello. Sleepy Libra 17. How are you? Mata said first name Uncle, last name Dre. Indeed, indeed. Diva Law 888 says please show the pic again. I have no problem showing the pic again. There you go. Bam. Homeless and in love, y'all. Okay, that's what we are. Uh huh. That's them. That is them. Now, of course, the RV in the back is much larger than hers, but they're still homeless and they're still in love. Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go. There you go. I'll leave that up there. uh that is correct. Let's see. Pretty Frugal Divas in the house. Says, hey y'all, my baby in the hospital, so I'm listening from Piedmont. Prayers appreciated. Y'all lift up Pretty Frugal Diva for her baby. Oh my God, hope everything is okay, Pretty Frugal Diva. We will be let's take a moment of silence and let's just lift up some prayers for Pretty Frugal Diva really, really quickly, y'all. We lift up our tribe in love. So everybody, let's just take a moment. Now, Pretty Frugal Diva, I don't know the details of what's going on, and it really doesn't matter. What I do know is that we are lifting you up. We are sending you love. We're sending you prayers. We're sending you good vibrations for your baby, for you, for your peace of mind. Thank you for being here to let us know. Hopefully, we can provide a little bit of a distraction for you this evening as you go through this very serious moment in your baby's life. Okay, so we got you. We got your back. All right. So everybody, continue to keep Pretty Frugal Diva's baby in your thoughts, in your prayers, because in times like this, it's really, really, really needed. So we're here for you, pretty frugal diva. We are okay. All right, let me see. We got daughter of a legend says driving from Walmart to Walmart. She's driving from Walmart to Walmart. She's in the back of a Walmart. Yo, I can't make this shit up. I can't make this shit up. Sensible Creation Sister says, "Whoa, I caught me a native live. You have indeed caught a live on this Thursday evening. We gonna go over this call or these videos or whatever the hell some phone calls for president got in here, and that's what we gonna do. All right, we're gonna get this done. Sweet Peasy's in the building, says Native and Tribe. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Tell me that part. Got Flames in the chat, says, hey, Native and Tribe. Hello, hello, hello. Ms. Riri, 60 and fabulous, says, hello, Native and Tribe. Just hanging in the bushes today. Would like to ask for prayers for me and my family as we receive news my mom has been diagnosed with the early stage of dementia. Y'all keep Ms. Riri, 60 and fabulous, and her family and her mom in prayer. Let me tell you something, Ms. Riri, 60 and Fabulous. I went through that same thing with my dad. Like, he spent the last 10 years of his life with dementia and Alzheimer's, and it was very difficult. It was a very difficult time. Okay. So what I will do is, again, we can send up prayers for you, send up prayers for your family, and definitely send up prayers for your mom, for your family's comfort. Let's take a quick second to do that, y'all. And Miss Riri, 60 and Fabulous, I will tell you this. I am sending up a specific prayer for your strength, for your patience, because that's a hard thing for caregivers to get through. Okay. So Miss Riri, 60 and Fabulous, the tribe does indeed have your back. We are indeed going to lift you up in prayer, because that's what we do. Okay. That is what we do. Let me tell y'all something. You never know what people are going through. You never know what life is hitting people with at any given moment, y'all. So we just, we walk in grace with everybody. We walk in grace with everybody because, um, sometimes, um, sometimes it's the prayers of the people you don't know that get you through things. Okay. All right. So that is what we are doing for both Pretty Frugal Diva as well as Ms. Riri, 60 and Fabulous. We got you. We got you. We got you covered. Okay. Ms. Lady in the house says, notice Sonya has not mentioned his case. His victims are badmouth the attorney since she got the RV because Ms. Lady, she too hot. She too hot, Ms. Lady. She is too hot. Ms. Lady, she right now, she is the hot friend. Okay. Remember, she was saying that she was the hot friend? He got the wife, and then he got the hot friend. Right now, she's the hot friend. She's hot. She's sweating. She got to sit in the front to get the AC. The damn generator keep turning off. Okay. That's what we are. All right. Dr. Charles in the house says, hello, Native and Tribe. Love y'all. Love you right back, Dr. Charles. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate that. Ms. Lorraine, did I speak to you? I hope I did. Hello, Ms. Lorraine. How are you? Let me see here. Patty says, Native, it's a resort in the back of the Walmart. Get your facts straight, sir. Um, it's not a resort, okay? Look, Patty, it's not a resort, okay? It's not what that is. It's not a resort. She's in the back of a Walmart. When did they start to put resorts in the back of the Walmart, huh? My, my, my. All right, let me see. Let me see. Is everybody here and accounted for? Ms. Riri, 60 and Fabulous says, thank you all. Greatly appreciate it. Being of that, I'm a caregiver with others. I understand the patience in carrying home hits different. It does. It really does. And again, I think that you know, strength, sound mind, patience, all of that is going to come into play, Ms. Riri, 60 and Fabulous. So we are praying for those things for you. Okay. Sound mind, strength, patience, all of that. Because I watched what my mom went through with my dad, and it was not easy. I'll put it like that. It wasn't easy. So, um, but we got your back. We got your back. We are lifting you up. We are definitely lifting you up. Um, Rossi says, why would she buy a hot box like that? She's nuts. I don't know. Some kind of way, Rossi, she thought this was going to be impressive. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why she thought this was going to be good. Facts to Feathers, Driveway Surfer says, Ms. Riri sending prayers, found out too late that my father-in-law had it. Blessings and patience to you and your family. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thirsty Rabbit, did I speak to you, Thirsty Rabbit? Hello, Thirsty Rabbit. How are you? The Celebrity Juicer's in the house, says hot and covered in flies like poop. All of that. Okay. Patty says, I bet Sonya smells like a musty rat. That's probably accurate, considering that she doesn't have enough water to bathe properly. Jesus. Virgo Callie says, hello, Native and Tribe. Hello, Virgo Callie. How are you? Abby says, hey, Tribe. Sonya's still on her Walmart World Tour. Absolutely. She's in the back of a Walmart now. Okay. She's in the back of a Walmart and she thinks it's a flex. She thinks it's a flex to be in the back of a Walmart, y'all. Okay, all right. Well, I can't wait to get into this. Major's wife says Sonya graduated from a lot lizard to a driveway dragon. Love it, love it, love it. All right, y'all. Everybody is here and everybody is accounted for. All right. Um, Chick-fil-A got Sonya literally in a front. My God. Number 12 online says Happy Friday Eve, Native and Tribe. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so let us jump into the foolishness. Okay. All right. Now here's the thing, right? Hey CJ, how you doing? CJ says out doing errands with my aunt, listening from the bushes, Native and Tribe. Thank you so much, CJ, for being here. Enjoy running errands with your aunt. Okay. Dr. Charles. Now, Dr. Charles, whenever somebody starts out a statement saying they're not trying to be funny, normally they end up being funny, whether it be on purpose or not. Okay. So I'm gonna read this, Dr. Charles, under the guise that you're not trying to be funny. Okay. All right, here we go. Let me start it over so that way we don't lose it. Dr. Charles says, I'm not trying to be funny, but I think it's very easy for her to poop in a bag because she used to change her own colostomy bags. Now, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I know you're not trying to be funny, okay? But that's hilarious, okay? That is hilarious. Um, so you think that she can easily poop into a bag? Okay. Okay. All right. I get you, Dr. Charles. I get you. I get you. I get you. But you know what's funny, Dr. Charles, was, and I am trying to be funny, is that I can understand how pooping into a bag will be easy for a frail person like Sonya, just to hold it open and plop, 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 and it's over with. So yes, I see it, Dr. Charles. I see it. I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. Thank you for the insight and the wisdom. You need a solution too, says, hey, everybody, silly, foolish old woman. You are correct. Shirley's daughter says, hey, Uncle Native. So I'm sorry, Shirley's daughter, Scott, says, hey, Uncle Native and Tribe, what have I missed thus far? You haven't missed anything. You haven't missed a doggone thing. Not a damn thing. We are going over a call about two homeless people that are in love. They're in love, y'all. They are in love. Okay. All right. Chindy Alex says, just slinging shit on the highway. That's exactly what it is. Dr. Charles says, I really was. I know you wasn't, Dr. Charles. I know you wasn't. I know you wasn't, Dr. Charles. I believe you. I believe you. Okay. All right, y'all. Here we go. This is what we came for, right? This is what we came for. This is the foolishness that we came for. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want this to be an immersive experience, okay? I want this to be an immersive experience. So I want you all to look one more time, okay? Homeless and in love. It's a love story, y'all. It's a story about two dummies, okay? It's a story about shit and shitty love. And it's starring Ernesto Williams. You know, they say he nasty. Who is they? A grand jury. And Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III. Okay? That's what we got. That's what's on the line. Okay? Love is on the line, y'all. Love is on the line. Okay? Here we go.
You good over there?
Hello.
Huh?
What'd you say?
You good over there?
I'm wonderful over here. How are you feeling?
You say you what?
I said I'm wonderful. How are you?
Good, good. All right. Just want to make sure you got to your destination and got it together.
Yeah. You know, and when I went there, they didn't really.
I'm sorry. What was that? What was that? What was that noise? What was that? Did y'all hear what I heard? Okay. Did she do the thing already within the first 10 seconds of the call? Is that what I heard? Did y'all hear what Okay. All right. All right. I'm just trying to make sure. I'm just trying to make sure. Miss Farmer says, Native, can we count the lives in this video? Man, if you want to, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that, okay? All right. Muffin 18, Muffin 218. I did not forget about you, Muffin 218. How are you doing at Magic City's Finest? Are you here, Magic City's Finest? I apologize if I did not call your name out. I do apologize for that, but welcome, welcome, welcome. Sakina Asalifi is here with flames in the chat. Diva Shawnee is also joining us on this day. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Okay. Miss Farmer said, I knew you were about to start, Native. What I do? Wait, what I do? I haven't done anything. The only thing I did, okay, was try to identify what we just heard. Did we hear this? Is that what just happened? Nah, nah. Okay, I'm just saying, if that's what we heard, that is what we heard, right? Sonya is the GOAT. Ella B says Sonya is the GOAT. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm just saying. Yes. Miss Fonla said the laugh. So we did hear the laugh, facts to feather. Okay. All right. Bella is in the house. Hello, hello, hello. Bella, we've already heard Sonya laugh. Okay. So that's how we start this love story. Starts with a laugh. Okay. All right. Starts with a laugh. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I already started. I started the call, okay, and when I started the call, I heard Sonya do this. So that's all. That's all I know. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what else I started. Okay, all right. Hey, casino lady, how are you? All right, y'all. Let's listen. Let's listen to Baby Goat a little bit more.
You know how things act up when you're at home, and then when you take it in, it doesn't act right. So your generator's fine. He let it run the whole time. It was back there, and there's nothing. I'm like, no, don't do that. I said, don't do that. I said it's a hit or miss, meaning sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So you need to pretend like it's shut off, like it does when I have it, and do it, because 7 out of 10 times it's not, it's not reliable, and it should be, seeing how it's brand new. Can't find where the leak's coming from. Are you sure there's a leak? Okay, it's wet. So I ended up calling the general manager at the place where I got it from, and I just had a conversation with him, like, yeah, I'm driving up there this week, and I'm turning this in. He was like, what? I was like, yeah, it ain't gonna work out, because it shouldn't have these many issues in the first week of me owning it. I said, and I've been talking to the sales guy, and he has been no help, at all. And it just doesn't make sense that I'm having all these issues with a brand new vehicle. Well, so I said, I understand limit law, because I used to work in, with limit law. So I understand some things come off on the assembly line with issues, but god damn, I've got like 5. I don't have one. I've got, the sure part, it said work. When they plug it in, it works. So he didn't ground it at the house. So he got on the phone with the service people, and they told him what to do. So he's supposed to be making those corrections so that I can have shore power. So he was like, it works. So we plugged it up, it works. And I was like, oh, okay. All right, everything's working,
Did you see it working, though? Did you see it working?
Listen, I already know. And so I told the guy that
He said, did you see it working? Did you see it working? Like, before you left, did you verify that it was working before you left? That's what he just asked her. She said, well, let me tell you, ha ha ha. What the fuck? Like, you didn't answer the question. I thought it was a very good question. Honestly, over these last couple calls, Ernesto Williams, they say he nasty, who is they, a grand jury. he has been the sensible one on the call. He has been the one with the most common sense through the whole call. And I never thought that I would be saying this because he's so ridiculous. But because we're not talking about the case and we're talking about RVs and shit, he has sounded more reasonable. And he's going to give her a lot more reasonable advice during the call. Okay. So I think that it's just kind of weird to me. It's just kind of weird to me that he is like actually sounding very, very reasonable. Let's see. Ebony says all peeps be safe. Just got an alert. Tornado in Henry County. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't doubt it. The weather has been so weird, Ebony. It's been so weird. But yes, everybody stay safe. Pay attention to your alerts. I don't want anything to happen to anybody. Okay. Bible Lady says the same thing. South Atlanta people be safe. Yes, please do. Please do everything that you can. All right. Yes, Factor Feather, check on your people. Check on your people. Make sure they're okay. The weather has been crazy here, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. It has been crazy. New Start 1971 says sad he couldn't keep his life on the straight and narrow. He could have had a good career. He could have been great. He could have been great at this. Now I don't know how much outside of anything with four wheels or two wheels. I don't know anything with wheels on it. I don't know how great he would have been outside of that. But when it comes to these RVs, I'm telling y'all, Ernesto Williams knows his stuff. You heard it from me. All right. And I can't stand this Negro. But when it comes to RVs, campers, trailers, trucks, cars, he knows his stuff. And I think everybody at some point either knows somebody like him or knows or knew somebody like him. I've known mechanics that could look and they could listen to a engine and tell you what's wrong with it. I've known people that can fix your car under any circumstance, whether you be on the side of the road or whether you be in a shop. I've known these people that can do this thing, and Ernesto is one of those people. But I also knew about those people is that outside of that, they didn't know much else, right? They weren't complete idiots like he is, but you know, their wheelhouse was just that thing. So yes, he knows his shit when it comes to this, you know. Miss Farman says Nesto was laying next to $500,000 and just didn't know what to do with it. Just dumb. Absolutely. Miss Pepsi says Native, he's even speaking well. I will say this, Miss One Pepsi, he is when it comes to this, and it's because when you're comfortable, you'll be amazed at the things that you can do, right? Ernesto isn't comfortable in when it comes to legal things and when it comes to all the stuff that we've been listening to him talk about, right? So to your point, One Pepsi, yes, he's speaking better because this is what he's comfortable with talking about. See, and it does. I mean, all of us can say the same thing when if we are the expert at our job, if we are the expert in our field, an expert in our studies, then when someone asks us a question about whatever it is that we're an expert in, we can sound like a Harvard scholar because that's what we do. That's what we know, right? So yeah, he has One Pepsi to a degree. He's been speaking a lot better. He has. He really has. London Pretty, New York City girl says, I guess he does know about it. He stole enough of them. Yeah. Well, I don't know how he got the knowledge, but he got it. He got it. He absolutely has it. And you can tell. Because even in this call, when he's listening to her, he's like, like, what a dummy. And when Nesto can call you a dummy, you've reached an all-time low. So yeah. Miss Fine says my uncle was a genius with vehicles too. Yeah, it is. It's people that's like that. It is people that are like that, and props to them because that's not me. I know the basics, like right, like I know changing light bulbs and oil changes and filter changes and stuff like that. I'm basic, you know. But as far as being able to tell you what's wrong and how to fix it, not unless it's your brakes. If it's not your brakes, then I don't know. Native ain't the one for that. Good Judy says my husband like that with cars and heavy equipment. He can hear noises and figure it out. Yeah, it's a lot of people that look. Good Judy, that is a skill. That is a gift. Honestly, it really is. Victoria says, how did that feel saying that native? Hello, by the way. I mean, look, I don't mind giving people their props. I give people their props all the time, whether I like them or not. You know, if you good at something, you good at something, period. You know, it's just that I hate what he's done outside of that. You know, that's how I am. But yeah. Look, Petty Pat said, just don't ask him anything about his charges or bond. Correct. Because that's where you're going to lose him. That is where that is where you're going to lose him. August Lady say he still sounds like a junkyard buffoon to me. I get it, August Lady. I get it. But August Lady, the way that he broke down how to connect that Sure Power, that generator from a jail cell without anything in front of him was not buffoonish. It wasn't. Now, everything else, August Lady, yes. But again, he does have this in his wheelhouse. He does. He just does. I mean, I can't take that away from him. And the way he talks about it is actually pretty articulate. But I get it. I don't like him either, okay? I don't. I cannot stand this Negro on the screen right now, okay? But Victoria says, my uncle owns his own shop. He's the mechanic for most of the car rental places in St. Croix. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah. 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 I wish I could fix a car. I really do. I really do. JM M55, we gonna get there, but he does tell her that. Yeah. Jane says he could have had a luxury vehicle detailing company. Jane, this man could have did a lot. He could. I mean, he could have run the repair shop for a dealership. You know, because you got the dealership in the front, you got the repair shop in the back. He could have ran that. He could have had his own repair shop where he's repairing RVs and trucks and stuff. He could have did a lot of different things other than stealing from people and touching people when they didn't want to be touched. He could have done a lot of stuff, you know. So, Faster Feather said, which demonstrates he may be on the spectrum. Could be, could be, could be. Miss Muffin 218 says they say everybody has a talent, and I believe that. I really do believe that everybody has something that they are meant to do, but some people just go down the wrong path. Miss Fine One says, Native, when you get in trouble, you know it lasts the whole live. You know you shouldn't be giving Nesto no credit. I mean, that's just who I am, Miss Fine One. I cannot deny somebody like Nesto is a piece of shit guy. But listening to him talk about something that I can't talk about, I could never tell her how to hook that damn generator up, okay? And I'm man enough to be able to tell you that I could never do it, but he did it. He did it from a jail cell with nothing in front of him, off the top of his head. Whatever. I'll have to wear that one, but he do know what he's talking about. I'm sorry, he just do. But anyway, let's listen to the call.
The general manager at the dealer, but he's at another dealership, you know, but it's the same company. And I was just telling him, like, it doesn't make sense. I'm getting poor service from your salesperson. I said, and then at service dude was cool, but I'm just looking at him like, I didn't drive all this way for you to tell me everything is everything. It's not an exaggeration. It's a true fact. He even shut off 3 times last night. So, again, like I say, one day it's great, the next day it won't shut off. And you need to act like it's shut off and just service the whole unit and just, you know, can't just look at it. Don't, you know, not do anything. So, you know, they did what they did. But I got to come back anyway because they had to order the part for my fan in the bathroom. They're going to put a new fan in the bathroom. So.
Oh.
I told the old boy, I didn't pay all of that money.
Hold on. Hey. Go ahead.
The hell was that? Was he trying to save his own life again? What the hell was that? Hey! Don't judge me today. What was going on in the background? Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. Okay, let's listen.
Okay, all right. So you made it
Yeah, so it was all good. It's cool. Man, it was a car accident. Like, we're facing south, and it was a van, like a SUV van, not an SUV van, but a work van, a Sprinter, facing towards us with the front end toe up, and then a Mercedes SUV, brand new, facing the opposite way with his front end toe up. I'm like, how did y'all even do that? You know, how did it? Like, how did y'all even hit each other? We're all going the same way. It should have been like a side swipe or a rear end situation, but I don't know how they did it. But and there was another on the other side. There was another on this side. It was just nonstop. Every 2-3 miles, it was like an accident. I was like, what? People cannot drive. So it tripled the time it took me to get back.
Oh,
Damn,
okay.
the police is sick up in here. Oh my God.
Okay,
Got
well, long
free light on.
you set up.
Yeah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? He said he's going to handle it personally. As soon as I said, yeah, I'm bringing it back in. He was like, no, don't do that. Let me fix your problem. Yeah, fix my problem. Because I said, I don't have a problem, with it. Just fix it. Fix it. But I love the unit. I love the floor form. Just fix what's wrong with it. That's all I ask. I said, I didn't buy a new unit to have any issues. I would have bought used and anticipated problems, I said, but, you have to extend that warranty. Fix my shit. How about that?
So is it working now?
I ain't parked it. I went and got my chicken sandwich from that spot. So we was on the way down.
So she raised all this hell, allegedly, right? She raised all this hell. Fix it. It's a new unit. I would have bought used. I'm going to turn it back in. He says, is it fixed now? She says, I haven't parked it yet. So you left these people after doing all of that, all of the dramatics, right? And you don't even know whether or not the damn thing works. You don't even know whether or not they fixed the issue. You don't know whether or not you're going to have the same issues down the road because you didn't bother to check to see. Aquarius Bay, of course he stays laughing at her. He stays laughing at her because she's funny. She's absolutely funny. Eddie Murphy, is she funny? I mean, look, Eddie Murphy even thinks she's funny. Kind of. I'm just saying. Look at her. She funny looking. Look at her. She's funny looking. Okay? So of course he stays laughing at her. She's a funny look. Oh, I'm sorry. I put the wrong picture up. I'm sorry. My fault. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put that. I didn't mean to put the young one up. My bad. I meant this one. She's funny looking. Look at her. Look. That's why he stays laughing at her, Aquarius Bay. That's why. Just saying. Petty Patty, Petty Patty says, why would the salesman bring up the fact that she has an extended warranty or on a new vehicle she didn't have 30 days? Look, because she's later going to say, Petty Patty, that she has 2 warranties. She's covered under 2 warranties. The warranty that she bought and the extended warranty, which we all know the extended warranty only kicks in after the original warranty is over with. But she doesn't know how warranties work. She doesn't know how anything works because she's stupid. Okay? She's stupid. That's why she doesn't know how any of this shit works. Okay? Let's listen though.
I was like, could you get the chicken sandwich? I had to call my boy because I didn't know where it was at. He's out the country on a trip. I'm like, man, what's the name of that spot? So yeah, I went and got the chicken sandwich. So good. And I was telling the manager, I was like, I drove like 20 miles to come get this sandwich. He's like, so he gave me a free, a free entry to come to brunch on Sunday.
So let me get this straight. She walks into a restaurant and tells the manager that the manager now, not just the employee, she calls for the manager and says to the manager, I drove 20 miles, which honestly, in Atlanta, Georgia, if I was to tell every manager how far I drove to get to their restaurant, I would eat free all the time. Because a lot of times there are restaurants on a certain side of town that you're willing to, maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, you're willing to drive a little bit of a distance. There's a Dominican spot over in Duluth. It takes me it maybe it's about 20, maybe right around 20 miles to get there, 24, 25 miles, less than 30 miles, but it's a little bit of a ride, but the food is good. I like it. Not one time did I walk into this restaurant and say, hey, Dominican restaurant manager, I drove 20 miles. Can I get something free? Can you get something? Can you give me something for my effort to come eat at your restaurant? It's just never happened. It's just never happened. You said drop the name of the spot, Victoria. I don't know the name of it. I just know it's in Duluth, and the food is freaking delicious. Let me look it up. I did know the name of it, but let me look it up, and I'll let you know. But no, it's amazing. It's amazing. But here's the thing: why in the hell would the manager be motivated to give me something free because I drove 20 miles? 20 miles ain't shit in Atlanta. 20 miles ain't nothing in Atlanta. I'm just saying. August Lady, you're right. It never happened. This is why I don't understand why she tells these stories, August Lady. I just don't. Why is she saying that? Nobody cares enough to give you a free. It's like she wants to be special in Nesto's eyes so bad. And she wants Nesto to think that the world thinks that she's special. So, not just that, she wants Nesto to think she's special. She wants Nesto to think that everybody thinks that she's special too. And that 20-mile drive is going to get her let's listen to all the wonderful prizes that she won for driving 20 miles.
And I was like, wow, thank you, free food. And then a glass and some other stuff. He gave me some liquor.
He gave her a glass, some liquor. Now, mind you all, only thing Sonya did was drive 20 miles allegedly, because this shit sound made up as fuck, right? She drove 20 miles. She drove 20 miles. And this man was so impressed by somebody driving 20 miles to his restaurant. He gave her a glass, he gave her liquor, he gave her a pass to come eat brunch, some free food, all of this because she drove 20 miles. What manager? Let me tell you, if I owned that restaurant and that was my manager, I would fire his ass because I don't know what all the hell you giving away. You giving away half my restaurant. This don't make no god doggone sense. Good Judy says she drove under the influence. I I don't know. I don't know. Hey, just peeking. How are you? Hope you are doing well. I don't know. I don't know, good Judy, if she was under the influence. She sounded under the influence with this damn story, right? Still make no damn sense. A lady 747 says, I'm driving 50 miles to brunch on Sunday. Let me see if I can get some free food here in Cali. Look, they don't give you free food because you drove to the restaurant. No manager does that. It's not. Queen Black said he may have felt sorry for her because she looked like a malnutrition was a problem. No manager cares that you look hungry, right? The manager's job is to manage the restaurant, right? Not to just give away shit, Queen Black, which is another reason why if that was my manager, I would fire the shit out of him. Like, what is you doing? What is you doing? This woman is obviously crazy. What is you doing? I'm just saying. Sonya's missing. Inverter says, hey, dang it, I didn't know y'all were here. We are here. We are here indeed. Okay. Jet Black Straight said, I took a call. What's her lie count now at 87? That sounds about right. That sounds about right. Nah, Miss Fine. We can't count the lies. We can't. I mean, just in this little bit about just little bit of time, she has lied on the restaurant. She done lied on them people at the RV place. She done lied. I mean, it's all kind of lies happening right now. All right, but let's listen to some more. Delicate Dale said, but she's constantly complaining about the gas. won't stay in one place, but constantly look, Delicate Dale. She gonna say something else stupid about the gas in a minute. But yes, you're right. You're right. Natasha Razor Glance says Sonia's bowels can't handle all that food and liquor. She needs a free saltine. Leave it up to Natasha Razor Glam. I tell you what. You're right. You're right. You're right though. You're right though, Natasha Razor Glam. You're right. Miss Farmer says she paid $50 in gas to drive to get her a chicken sandwich. Yes, she did. She did. Apparently the lie count is up to 87. Okay, that's where we are with the lies. Okay, let's listen to some more. Let's see how quickly we can get to 100.
One of their glasses from from the restaurant. It's a really, really, really nice restaurant. Super, super nice restaurant. And their food is so good. So I was like, I'll be back Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was going to drive my car though, for parking. I had to ask the guy at the gas station across the street, like, can I run across the street and get my food? Because I got that RV and I can't really, he was like, okay, I got the RV and I can't really move it like I need to move it. There is literally no parking, for big vehicles. So yeah.
Okay.
That's all good.
Well, all right. Well, then just let me know when you made it, you settle down.
Yeah, I'll text you. Unless you want to call me back in an hour. I'll be in the drive in about an hour.
Oh, okay.
I'm
You want to test it. You want to test your shooter. You want to see yourself.
But he's supposed to be grounding it and everything. And I had went to Home Depot while I was still at the in the area up north. So I have the part that he needs for the plug, which takes him all of 3 minutes to. I just got it. Like 2 weeks ago. I don't know.
Okay, well, go ahead. Go ahead. Pay attention.
I love it.
All right, bye.
I love it.
All right, love you too. Bye.
Okay. All right. Call me later.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Before we get into this foolishness, which by the way, if you want to take this screenshot, I did stop it here on purpose. Okay. I don't know who this person on the screen is. Okay. I don't know if the person that is on the screen makes this sound, but it looks like it could be Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III. And she does look rather worn and ragged. It does appear as though in this picture she was left outside for about a week with no covering. So again, not telling you to take this screenshot, not telling you that this is what you should remind her that she looks like. But if you want to do it, knock yourself out. It's a free country. Do what you do. Okay? Anyway. Here's the thing I wanted to point out was that at the end of that call, how many times baptize we had 100 baptize that ass, say we had 100 baptize that ass. How many times did she tell this nigga to call her? How many times did she tell this nigga to call her? Okay, call me. Okay, call me. You can call me in an hour. Okay, call me. Okay, call me. What are you doing later on? You can call me later on. It's okay because you can call. Look, you can call me whenever you want to. I mean, I don't. You get me? Says y'all stop being jealous. We all wish we looked as good as his hen. Are you talking about on the screen right now? That picture, the picture of that person on the screen right now. That's who we're. Oh, okay. 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 All right. Okay. She do look a little left outside though, you get me? You get me? She look a little left outside. I'm just saying. Shirley's daughter Sky says, why does she sound like a phone sex operator? Like, ew, makes me want to regurgitate. And I'm sure Nell still feels the same. She sounds nothing like a phone sex operator. She sounds like a very sick person. Now, if the phone sex operation was happening in the hospital, maybe. Because she sounds rather sickly. I'm just saying. Lion Mom says, why in the world would she drive all the way to Oklahoma to buy an RV when there are several RV dealers in the Atlanta area and the drive 6 hours to get it fixed? That sounds clown. And then complain about Lion Mom, the gas. Complains about the gas. Okay. Legacy Moon, True Crime Mistress says she looked high. She looked homeless. She does. She looks homeless. She looks thrown away. It looked like somebody took Sonya and threw her away in this picture. She looks thrown away. Yep. Sonya's missing inverter says she looks like Yogi Bear. Well, look, Sonya's missing inverter. If you hadn't been missing, maybe she wouldn't have to go through all this, okay? That's why she had to do that. Ooh, Janetta. Janetta says Sylvia can teach her how to be a phone sex operator. Ooh, Janetta. Ooh, Janetta. But Janetta, did you hear her going off and going on with them people in the background? Or did she, because it sounded like she was awfully calm for somebody that was about to just snap on people. You know, maybe, just maybe, Janetta, Ernesto Williams, you know, they say he nasty, who is they, a grand jury. You know, maybe he can teach her how to blow on people. Or do y'all think she already know how to blow on people? I'll let y'all answer. Just saying. I'm just saying. Muffin 218 said, "No, Native, you are seeing her natural self. So she naturally looks like she's been thrown away." Okay. Thank you, Muffin 218. Thank you. Ms. Lady, I have a tendency to agree with you. Ms. Lady says she looks hot, hungry, and stank. All of the things. All of the things, okay?
Oh.
You there?
Yeah, after 3 tries, my gosh, this thing is so retarded.
Oh, hold on.
I can't see you. They go to head.
Okay, you
Hey,
like you in
man.
the garage.
Huh?
Like you in the car garage.
I'm in the garage, but I'm in the van, but I'm in the garage.
That
About to
thing
go
fit in the
outside.
garage?
Well, yeah, where my storage is at, it fits under in the garage. So I'm at the storage facility. I was taking all of that stuff they gave me for camping and all that crap. I was taking it out and putting it up because it was just sitting in that garage of the hold on. It was sitting in my garage, just taking up space, and I didn't need it to. So I just took it out, put it in storage. So I'm about to go outside. How are you? My skin hurts.
Okay, well, I'll call you back. It's like you're driving.
No, you can talk to me. I was just coming to the light.
No, I can
I'm
talk
not
to you.
driving. Huh?
I can call you right back because you're
No,
driving.
I'm good. Nobody. I'm in the garage. I can talk to you right here.
You said you're at the light, though.
Thank you, Nesto. Now, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing.
Nesto be lying.
But y'all, so do Sonya, because she just said she was at the light. As soon as he said he was going to let her go because she was driving, now all of a sudden she's parked. Sonya be lying too. And it's an unnecessary lie. Why did she just lie just then? Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III. Can anybody wake up Sonya Waller Durham Jackson? Can somebody knock on the door of the RV slasher trailer? Can somebody knock? She ain't got no cameras installed, but just knock and can we wake her up and ask her, Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III, why the fuck did you lie just then? Why are you lying to your boyfriend? And why is one of the most notorious liars on the internet, right? He's so notorious that somebody had to sing this.
Nesto be lying.
Why you lie to him? He is literally concerned about your safety. You said, I'm at the light. He said, I'll call you back. You said, oh, I'm parked. How the fuck you go from being at the light to being parked? TB Inspire says, I thought she said she was moving to the light to be able to see her. No, that's not what she said. No, no, she said she was at the light. And I'm more than happy to play this lie again. Okay. Okay. I am more than happy. I am more because I love catching her in a lie. She said, I'm at the light. Hold on.
No, you can talk to me. I was just coming to the light.
You can talk to me. I was just coming up to the light. Now,
No, I can
I'm gonna
talk to
drive.
you.
Huh?
I can call you right back because
No,
driving.
I'm good. Nobody. I mean, I'm in.
she know there's no first of all, there's no other light to come to, right? There's no other light in this thing. She barely has air conditioning, no less lights. Okay. So she said, I'm coming up to the light. I can talk to you. She knows that Nesto won't talk to her while she's driving. She knows that Nesto will end the call while she's driving, right? So yeah, there's no light for her to come up to. I mean, she's at the light. She wants to talk to him, doesn't want him to hang up the phone. So what's the best way to do that is to lie and say, I'm parked, I'm not driving. Ms. Lady said desperate, lonely, and pathetic is what she is. Absolutely. Work in progress said that's how I took it. She was moving to the light so he could see her. She's already said she has she was in the garage. Something ain't right because it's the same light. Work in progress. The light didn't change, so nothing actually happened with the light. So, Muffin 218 said you can see the light all in her face. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if there was going to be a movement toward a light so he could see, why didn't the light change in this whole damn picture? Same light. Nesto, you're correct. She was lying to you, sir. She's lying. JMM55 said Nesto doesn't trust that she can drive that RV and talk on the phone with her ditzy ass. He never really wants to talk to her while she's driving. Never wants to talk. When she says any indicates that she is driving, Nesto will get off the phone, and she knows that. And she don't want that. I mean, Patty says she was driving. Yeah, I think so too. This heifer right here, y'all. Let's listen. Let's listen.
Garage. I can talk to you right here.
You said you're at the light though.
No, I'm at the garage gate. I'm just sitting at the gate. Nobody's in here but me and one of the girls.
So see, when he clarified, you said you was at the light. She didn't say anything about moving a light so he could see. She said I'm at the gate. So see, she did try to change up the story a little bit. So yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, work in progress. Her face is oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Put your glasses on. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let me hit play. Let me hit play.
And her
Oh,
car won't start. So she's not coming out from time.
oh, okay, okay. Where's your glasses at? There you go, squinting.
Huh? Squint. My glasses. Can't get them. Let me sure make somebody blind.
No, that ain't making you blind. Okay, well, at least you can see better. How about
I
that?
can see. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, happy holiday
That's
to
you.
you.
Huh?
Happy holiday to you. At least I know you don't care nothing about all that, but I can't be acting like I'm still locked up. Getting
Happy holiday.
institutionalized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy holiday. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what you got going on today? Chilling?
I'm about to go find some food. And I already went to the gym and worked out and everything.
Okay, that's
Took
good.
my shower. Washed my hair. It's just in a bun. Got RV hair now. I just keep wearing buns now.
Okay, I'm this is kind of off topic, but I am curious. Why is she working out? Like I want to know because the way that she eats and the way that she cannot keep food in her, it would seem to me that working out would be counterproductive if she's trying to gain weight. She's not going to gain muscle because she doesn't have enough protein in her because nothing stays in her. So I'm just wondering why she all of a sudden is working out. Now, of course, my theory is that she's not really working out. She's using Planet Fitness's showers, right? Because working out does what exactly for somebody who's 85 pounds and can't gain weight? Working out would help lose weight, but in her case, working out seemed like it would strip protein away from her because her body doesn't have enough to burn. Yeah, y'all understand what I'm saying? I don't understand what the purpose of working out is. Gabby Girl says because he told her to work out, but he also told her to go to the doctor, and I don't think she did that shit either. But um, but I'm just trying to understand what it is that working out is supposed to do. It's not going to help her. It's not going to help her shape. She doesn't have enough in her. Like let me tell y'all something. If I go to the gym and I have not eaten and I don't have enough protein in me in order to like be on the treadmill or do any kind of cardio or even lift weights, if I have not eaten before I go to the gym, and I've made this mistake enough times to know that I don't have enough in me to work out. Sonya doesn't keep enough food in her body in order to sustain a good workout. I'm just saying. Now, Dr. Charles, I'm with you. It's a lie. She's using the gym to shower and go to the bathroom. My God. My God. Dr. Charles, you own one today. You own one today. Okay. All right. you own one, Dr. Charles. You own one. Okay. Miss Fine says because Nesto has mentioned to her about building muscle, she's saying everything to impress him. Lie number 210. Yeah, but see, that's the thing about it though, with these two dummies. Okay. Um, in case you all don't know, what we're talking about is two people that are homeless and in love. Okay. This is a movie about dummies. All right. This is indeed a movie about dummies. Okay. Now, here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing. You got a guy who knows nothing except RVs telling you about your nutrition and what you should be doing in order to build muscles. But you do have to have something in you. She doesn't keep food in her long enough to sustain it. I just don't. But he don't know that. He's stupid. Everybody's stupid. Everybody stop being stupid. Say says, y'all, I'm thinking that when she says she goes to the garage, taking the RV van into the garage, could it be she's sitting in a cube storage garage? They're huge and the RV van could drive into one. Possibly. Miss Cheapskate over here don't want to go to an RV park. So possibly. Lion Mom says, Native, that health ain't working out. That's another lie. She went from sleeping all day to fitness guru. Get the fuck out of here. Right, exactly. None of this shit makes sense. None of this shit makes sense. Aquarius Bay says, I work out. Sonya ain't working out. She playing. She has no focus, no diet or exercise regimen that she ever references. She doesn't. And Aquarius Bay, if you work out and you know what it's like to be in that gym, you know that you need something in you. You need fuel, like a car. You need fuel in order to go in there and sustain, bench press, leg press, squats, treadmill, whatever it is that you do when you go to the gym. You cannot go there on an empty, deflated stomach. You can't go in there hungry. But Sonya don't eat, so I'm just curious as to how she ain't passed out if she was working. You know what I'm saying? Sassy Girl said this woman ain't working out the first. I don't think so either. Daughter of a Legend says she should be walking and lifting weights for health reasons, heart health, as a woman that age. She should be. She should be walking and lifting weights. Now that would make sense. What all she does in the gym, I don't know. She mentioned something about pressing the legs or some shit. Daughter of a Legend, it would not work out. Miss Fama says I don't think she even goes to the gym. Oh, she goes to wash them. She goes to get a shower. She goes to get a shower. She does. Look, Miss Fine One, I've seen people in the gym. Or actually in the locker room, right? With like this one guy was in there, he had his whole bag, clothes and everything. And I could tell that he was homeless. I could tell that he was using LA Fitness to shower. I don't know how that works as far as the membership is concerned, but I could tell that he was going there not to work out. He was in there with when I tell you all his stuff was all over the place, he had all of his stuff. And I was thinking to myself, like, and I had never thought about it before. And I was like, oh, so you come here to shower. He had like a little, he would, all his hair stuff and everything. It was like he had set up in that locker room right there. And I had never seen that before, but I've seen people do that. And I think that's what she's doing. I do. I think that she is doing exactly that. Delicate Dale, thank you so much for the super chat. Says behind Nesto Beeline should be his sniggly laugh, then do one for her with a ba laugh. Just a suggestion. Thank you so much, Delicate Dale. I'm working. Trust me, Delicate Dale. I'm working on some stuff. Okay, I'm working on some stuff for Sonya. I am. Trust me when I tell you that this is just the beginning. Okay. All right. But thank you, Delicate Dale, for the super chat. I do appreciate that. AK F350 said LA Fitness is a high price gym. It is. They can be. They can be. There's ways around it. You just got to kind of run your mouth a little bit and you can get a little bit lower, but yeah, they are pretty high, actually. All right. So Bible Lady says, I work out and eat at least 5 to 6 times a day. Working out and building muscles because you cause you to eat because you have to restore the muscle that you break down after weight lifting. Right. So nutrition goes along with working out, Bible Lady. If I could just be succinct in what you're saying. Nutrition is a part of it. You can't just go to the gym, work out, and then say, I'm gonna eat some pizza and shit the pizza out and then go work out again and expect to be doing anything. I think that she does need medical advice and medical attention if she is going to be working out, because if she already can't keep food in, and then to your point, Bible Lady, she goes and tries to do anything else, she's not getting the nutrition that she does need if she is indeed working out. But Bible Lady, I ain't gonna lie, I think she's just there for the showers. I'm just saying. I think that's why she's there. Lion Mom says, I would bet there's going to be some big mess with the RV company. She'll return it. I'll be talking about suing the company, and that lie with the drama involved will be her life for 3 to 4 months. I think so too, Lion Mom. I think so too. I really do. It's always an excuse with her. Something's always wrong, you know. So yeah, I think that too. One Pepsi said dangerously in love. Yes, they are. Mm-hmm. Bible Lady says nutrition is a strong key component to working out. They go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. Right. Mm-hmm. Oh, CJ says Planet Fitness is 24 hours in some areas. I would think they know they have customers that are homeless as long as people stay cool. Membership paid, they're cool with it. Yeah, as long as you're paying the membership, they don't really, once you go past those doors or that little scanner thing, they don't care what happens. But to me, it's just kind of crazy when you went from an apartment to doing this, to doing this. It's kind of crazy. You get me says, of course she's going to sue the company. She's already claiming she spoke to the president. Right. She spoke to the fucking president of the company. Oh my God. Yes, you get me. You got that. You're right. Let's listen.
Okay. Okay.
That RV here. And I'm gonna go sit at the water, like I always do. Go get some food and just hang out.
Okay. Is it hot down there?
Pardon me?
Is it hot outside out there?
Hell yeah, I feel like it's 90.
Oh, it's a lot of people out there.
Of course, it's a lot of people. It's a holiday. A
Oh.
lot of people.
Oh, okay. Well, you got to pay attention to what's going on then around you since there's that many people out there.
I'm still in the high police area. I'm not in any type of, I always go to extreme safe places.
Oh, I ain't know what to say. No.
Hold on. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. Okay. First of all, let's look at the eyes. The eyes always tell us what she's doing. The eyes always tell us the lie. The eyes always tell us that there is a lie. Now look, y'all, she lying. Okay. When she looks over that direction, she lying. That's her tell. All right. I always go to high safety area. What the fuck is a high safety area? When you think about the way that crime happens so randomly in this country, the way that guns are just in everybody's hands in this country, the way that we have just mass shootings all over this country, right? What's a high safety area? Now, Ernesto, again, by comparison, is being the smart one of these two people. When he says, ain't no such thing a high safety area. Yeah, it's not. Police presence has never caused safety or caused crime to go down. That has been proven in study after study after study. We have never seen a study where the more police presence there is, the safer it is, right? We haven't seen that happen. Because if that was the case, our inner cities would be completely safe. Because that's where the police have a tendency to occupy. They occupy those areas, yet there is still crime. So the equating lots of police with safety is an error on her part. It doesn't happen that way. It just doesn't. Donna Michi the RN says, I'll say it again. He loves to pump fear into women. He does it with Shirley and her. She's been small and she needs to move through the world. If she has ever waited for him, she'd never leave. If she was waiting for him, she'd never leave. Yeah. Donna Michidarian, he does indeed do that. But Donna Michidarian, he kind of has a point when it comes to what they're talking about right now. She's saying that she's completely safe because she sees a lot of police. He's saying that's not necessarily true. And I'm saying the same damn thing. It's really not. And it never has been an equation. Now, to your point, Donna Michidarian, he does do that. That is a tactic of his. It was absolutely a tactic with Shirley Strawberry because he knew Shirley Strawberry was not streetwise at all. And so he knew that he could tell her certain things and make him feel like some kind of I don't know, safety person or somebody that she could call in case something was wrong. But if something did happen to Shirley Strawberry, Donna Michidarian, what the hell was he gonna do? That man is behind so much steel and concrete, there ain't shit he could ever do for her. Same thing with Sonya Wilder Durham Jackson III. If something happened to her, if something were to go wrong, what could Ernesto Williams do? I'm just calling to check on you. I don't want nobody to check on me that can't do something if something's wrong with me. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But I don't want to call out to anybody that can't help me with my situation. He can't do shit behind all that concrete and steel he behind. Sliney's ice cream truck says some kind of security guard. Right. What you gonna do if something go wrong? What you gonna do? A lady 747 said, besides, I thought she hated cops. No, blue lives matter to her. Blue lives matter to her, except for Officer Fields. Officer Fields is the only cop she don't like. Blue lives matter to Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III, the MAGA supporter. Yeah. Miss Principal say he gonna send Lamont. Okay, send Lamont. Lamont is in Will Wooten's office right now. Okay, right now. Muffin 218 says what doesn't make sense is that she's talking about scenery in Florida, and then suddenly she's at her garage, her storage unit. Isn't said unit in Georgia asking for a friend? Muffin 218. I'm trying to track down where all the hell she going, and I don't understand any of this stuff either. Okay, I really don't. But I'm gonna let y'all let's listen to a little bit more. Hold on. Watch this, y'all. He just mentioned this to her. Now watch her turn all the way around on what she just said. Okay, she just said before this that she's in a high safety area. He said no such thing. Watch this.
No more. Ain't nowhere safe no more.
Yeah.
What? Ain't nowhere safe. Okay, you in an office building or in your house, ain't nowhere safe no more.
Anything could pop off, right?
Oh, what, Sonya? Anything can pop off. You're no longer in a high safety area. Now anything can pop off. Ain't that funny, y'all? Ain't that funny? Now we went from we're safe because there's a lot of police, right? Now, Dr. Charles, you bring up a good point. Dr. Charles said heavy police presence equals high crime area, right? But Dr. Charles, all of a sudden now, at this very moment, you're right. Anything can pop off. I just want one of these calls for Sonya to come on the camera with "Pick Me" tattooed across her forehead. Can we get Sonya? Can you tattoo "Pick Me" across your fucking forehead? Because that's all you do. You do everything to agree with this man. You do everything to please this man, even turning on your own idea that, oh, I'm in a high safety area. Now all of a sudden anything can pop off at any time. Right, Mary Willis. Anything can pop off. Sonya's ice cream truck wants to know, can her bottom teeth pop off? Yes, they can, okay? Ducky Dexter, thank you for coming through. I do appreciate that. Nana and Nini 336 says, I think Wooten ran her out of town. You think so? I mean, he can get her back. Trust me, he can get her back. He can absolutely get her back. 80% CMOS says, meantime, she sounds like she at homeless camp. Right, exactly. Mm-hmm. Your friendly neighborhood cupcakes. Thank you so much for being here. Says, I know Native gonna say I'm not late, but hey y'all, I'm late. You're not late. You're here. Okay. Thank you for being here. Your friendly neighborhood cupcakes. I do appreciate that. Phoebe said that bottom lip is nasty work. It is, Phoebe. Let me see if she get back on camera, because now she realizes that anything can pop off at any time. Let's listen.
Yeah.
A mass
Yeah.
shooting, a ghetto fight. I don't know.
Anything.
Anything to dump up. Right.
Hey, well, yeah.
Got a bob and weave. Got a bob and weave. I went into the
So,
mall yesterday and bought some stuff. I went and bought what did I buy? I went and bought some shorts and some underwear.
okay, they still got the malls open. I thought they're closing malls down. There ain't no revenue coming through now.
This mall is one of the largest. It's like the second or third largest in the country. I think the Minneapolis mall might be the biggest in the United States. That one, and then I think this one is the third largest. But no, it was a nice crowd in there yesterday.
So she went to the third largest mall in the United States. That's what she just said. Okay. Now, I happened to look this up because I was curious as to know, what is the third largest mall in America. Okay. So the third largest mall in America is the Galleria in Houston, Texas. If you live in Houston, Texas, congratulations. You live where the third largest mall in the country is. Okay. So our top 4 malls are Mall of America in Minneapolis. Okay. American Dream in Meadowlands, which is in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The Galleria in Houston, Texas, and King of Prussia Mall in Pennsylvania. Okay, Philadelphia. Those are top 4. So y'all think she went to the Galleria in Houston, Texas, which is the third largest mall? Is that where she went? She went there? Is that what I'm supposed to believe? I'm supposed to believe that. She's in Houston, Texas, y'all. Huh? That's where she went. I'm just trying to understand. Miss Principal said that lady is in Miami. Oh. You think she drove all the way to Miami? I don't know. Good Judy said, oh shit, because Mall is huge. Yeah. So Shirley's divorce finally said, no, she's not in Texas. So you're saying that she's not in the third largest mall in America, because that's where the third largest mall in America is. Why the mall got to be so damn big? How come you can't just go to the mall? I don't understand. Why has it got to be the third largest mall in the country? I don't understand the significance of that. How many lives are we up to, y'all? Well, how many lives are we up to? Huh? Dr. Charles says, why didn't she just say my daughter threw me out? I'm homeless. I ran. Wait, hold on, Dr. Charles. Dr. Charles, I don't know. Wait, you on one today, Dr. Charles. Hold on. Dr. Charles said, why didn't she just say my daughter threw me out and I'm homeless? I rented an RV. It was the cheapest option until I come up the list for an apartment. She wouldn't have to remember all of the lies. It would be easier, right? It would be much easier if she did that. Okay, Shirley's divorce finally says she's still in Atlanta somewhere. I kind of believe that. Joseph Bullard, thank you for being here, sir. Says if she's in Houston, she's spreading more STDs. Look, Joseph Bullard, that's anywhere she goes, right? That's anywhere she goes. AK's F350 says that New Jersey and Pennsylvania malls are new on the list. She probably went to Miami, number 4 on the list. I just looked it up too. So she's in Miami. She drove to Miami. Y'all, help me with the timeline, right? To me, Miami kind of doesn't make sense. Now, I'm not saying that's not where she is, but according to her timeline, right? If she bought the RV in Oklahoma, didn't she have to drive to Oklahoma to take it back? And if she did that, you're saying she drove all the way to Miami from Oklahoma? I'm so confused. AK's F-350. Help me out. Help me out. So you saying she's in Florida? Kimmy K says she's in Miami. Daughter of a Legend says I love the gallery in Houston. I've never been. I've been to Houston only like maybe twice. Miss Fama says Woodfield Mall, suburb of Chicago. I used to be the largest mall, but Mall of America took the title. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just curious as to how that works. Like where she is. Aquarius Bay said I don't think she's in Miami. Okay. So Shirley's divorce finally said yes, she had to drive to Oklahoma to take it back. So yeah, so how in these few days did she get from taking it back to being in Miami? You see what I'm saying? Like I don't understand it. And look, and don't get me wrong. I get stuff wrong. I really do, but I just don't understand. I'm just trying to get an understanding of it. Jalen Jones says from what she was describing, she was definitely in South Florida. Okay. I don't know. Miss Fama says Fran says she's in Fort Lauderdale. Okay, possibility. Karen S says I live in OKC. She couldn't get here that quick and go back. I ain't think so. But I don't know, y'all. Let's listen.
Okay, you're
But
sitting
this is
out
one of
about.
those. This is like it's like Phipps. Is that what you call it, Phipps Plaza? But it's
Mm-hmm.
like eight times the size of it. But it's got like all the shops, all the shops and all that type of stuff. Hey, old
Okay.
man. Hey,
Hey,
Papa.
somebody got to do it, ain't it? Somebody got to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, Papa.
But other than that, you're doing okay. Everything good with you. You're moving around pretty good.
I am wonderful. I can't complain.
Your generator running good.
Man, that thing cut off today. It was good yesterday, but that thing cut off today twice.
Oh,
I gotta
you
go back
taking?
down there. Anyway, because they gotta fix the fan that's in the bathroom. So they're gonna fix that. Everything else they said was fine, which is not. And then I talked to my salesperson's general manager, and then I called the owner of the company because either
It
they're
look
gonna
like
fix
you.
it.
Are you taking it back?
I don't
Okay.
want to. I
Damn it.
really don't. I mean, they could
Well,
replace.
So if the unit, okay, this is where I get confused again, y'all. I'm sorry for being so confused today on a Thursday evening. I really am, but I really do have questions. Okay, this is serious questions. Okay, I'm serious. Why would you need to escalate it to the person that owns the company if you have a warranty and an extended warranty? If the words out of your mouth is that this is all covered, the warranty covered, this is a brand new unit, everything is covered, right? That's what she said. She told us this. Why you got to call the president of the company? When the manager is going to take care of it if you have said warranty, where the only reason it would be escalated is if the warranty wasn't covering something because you fucked it up. My belief is that because Sonya is so inexperienced and so stupid that she fucked up something that caused the warranty to be invalid. That's the only reason she would need to call the president of the company. Trust me, I've worked for enough companies where people want to talk to the president, right? I used to work for Comcast, right? Do you know how many people, when they don't get the football game because it's blacked out in their area, or if something happens, do you know how many people ask for the president of fucking Comcast? Do you know how many times the president of Comcast has spoken to a customer? Zero. Doesn't happen. Does not happen. So Why she needs to escalate a problem that she claims is covered by the warranty to the president of the company makes no damn sense. The president doesn't care. No, Mary Willis, I get it. But she says she talked to the owner of the company, the owner, the president, the guy that's over the whole company, right? The entire thing. That's who she talked to for something that is handled by the general manager. The general manager handles all this. There's no reason to talk to the president of the company. I doubt very seriously if the president of the company has time to talk to everybody that has a fucking gripe about their damn RV. I'm just saying. He's got other shit to do. It just seems like a really, really, really unnecessary lie. Just completely unnecessary to lie about that. Sonya's ice cream truck, thank you so much for the super chat, says Native. I'm so sick of this child with this trap, hold on, with this trap house on wheels. Bitch, just take the damn rental back. That's what I'm saying. Sonya's ice cream truck, we are on the same page. If it's that much of a problem and it's a brand new unit, take that shit back and go get you another brand new unit somewhere else. Right? That would be the simple solution. But that's not what she's doing. I don't understand. I just don't understand. But Sonya's ice cream truck, thank you so much for the super chat. I do appreciate that. Daughter of a Legend says she ain't called no owner of the company. Thank you. But you know what? You know what, Daughter of a Legend? They wouldn't even give the owner of the company, they wouldn't even give his number out. Right? When I worked at Comcast, I did not know I didn't even know who the CEO of Comcast was at that time. And people would just be insistent that they wanted to speak to him. No, there is a chain of command when you have a problem at a company. And for those of you all that work in situations like that, you understand that you ain't finna go to the CEO of your company just because one of your customers or clients has an issue. There is a chain of command. But it's just the idea that this is the lie that she telling, y'all. Why is she telling this lie? I don't understand. Daughter of a Legend says she wants to take that camper back. She just capping. She do want to take it back. She do want to take it back because all of this shit is backfiring. None of this stuff is doing what she thought it was going to do. It's not impressing Nesto the way that she thought it was going to impress him. He is not getting out of jail. He is going to prison, and she is stuck with this damn vehicle that she can't get cooled in because the damn Sure Power ain't hooked up and the generator keep cutting off. Come on, y'all. Ebony says, I only knew who our CEO was when he was taken out on the New York streets. Right, Ebony. Tragedy that somebody had to be unalive for you to know for you to know their name, right? Right? These people do not, when they get into those suites, they do not care about the people that are working under them unless it is a CFO or somebody else that has a C in front of their name, right? They don't care. Those are the people that they commune with. Those are the people that they talk to and that they communicate with. They do not care about the people that are actually, if you don't mind me saying it, got their boots on the ground. Okay. Janetta says, I agree. I don't think the president of the company would bother talking to her. I only got the president's attention because I had information that would cost them millions. Right. Right, Janetta. In this case of an RV company, the president of that RV company is not talking to Sonya. About for what? That's why he has managers, right? That is what, when I was a manager, that is what I would tell people that insisted on talking to the president. That's why I'm here. I'm here because he does not have time to do that. That's why we manage. So it's a lie. I said all of that to say that it's a lie. Okay. Lion Mom says she rented that thing. There's a whole website similar to Airbnb, only with RVs, nightly, weekly, and monthly rentals. There's no way in the hell she bought a brand new RV. Lion Mom, there's no way in the hell a brand new RV has this many problems. There's no way a brand new anything has this many problems. Brand new, just off the, got to replace this. This ain't working, that ain't working, because they have this thing called, I don't know, quality control, where all of the things that she's saying are wrong are tested before they would even sell it to somebody. Now, In a rental, it might be a little tricky, right? Because you don't know what them people that was in it before you got it. So it smells more like rental than it does new, right? Queen Black says she has nigger rigged it, big dummy. She has. And that's the reason why they're looking at her crazy. And that's the reason why they're having to fix things. And things are probably out of the warranty. Donna Michi the RN, thank you so much for the super chat. Donna Michi the RN says, funny how she acts like she can't control her mouth, but hasn't leaked her location. She's playing Tong. She's playing Tong YouTube games. They trying to find me. Yeah. I look, so apparently, let me see. So apparently she might just be in Miami because I got some information here that does show me a DoubleTree close to a Walmart. And I think she described it pretty well. And I think the description of what she describes where she is, this might just be where she is. So let's listen as she gives us clues to where she is.
It's the same thing.
Okay, well that's what they need to do then, because you're gonna mess around people with a whole bunch of problems that you don't want to deal with later on down the line. So just go and get it right first time. Don't be fooling around, getting emotional attached to something that's not trying to be attached to you.
Nesto, hold on, y'all. I know I'm giving Nesto a lot of props today, but I just Nesto. In case you're wondering why I'm giving Nesto applause right here, in case you're wondering why did Native pull out the applause for Nesto, okay? The reason why I pulled it out, okay, is because Ernesto is giving Sonya a rule of life. Sonya has attached herself to Ernesto Williams, and Ernesto Williams don't want her ass, okay? Now, I know he was talking in the sense of the RV, but if we think about the overall picture of where Sonya is emotionally with Ernesto Williams, now, does Ernesto like her? Yes. Does Ernesto love her? No, because Ernesto don't love nobody, okay? But Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III has a tendency, not just with Nesto, but period, to get emotionally attached to things that aren't emotionally attached to her. And I'm going to let y'all, under that context, right? I'm going to let y'all hear what Ernesto said to her one more time.
I don't want to. I really like it. I mean, they could replace it with the same thing.
Okay, well that's what they need to do then, because you're gonna mess around people with a whole bunch of problems that you don't want to deal with later on down the line. So just go and get it right first time. Don't be fooling around, getting emotional attached to something that's not trying to be attached to you.
Being emotionally attached to something that does not want to be emotionally attached to you. That explains the dynamic of their whole relationship. Okay? Baptize that ass. He just described their whole relationship. Don't be emotionally attached to something that does not want to be emotionally attached to you. You don't want to be emotionally attached, okay? That's what you don't want to be, okay? Hint, hint, damn right. Damn right. Tanya be here, you damn right. It's a hint. Right, Sonya's ice cream truck, he was talking to her. You don't want to be emotionally attached to something that doesn't want to be emotionally attached to you. And Shirley's divorce finally said, look at her face when he said that. I don't know if y'all want this screenshot. Shit. I don't know if you want this screenshot, but you can get it. I'll leave it here for a quick second. Okay. Ms. Lady says, i.e., her begging him to call her every day. Right. Don't be emotionally attached to something that doesn't want to be emotionally attached to you. Now, how an RV can be emotionally attached to anything, I don't know. But I do think, daughter of a legend, like you said, that was a word from Nesto. Bible lady said when he said it, it cut her deep. Look at the look on her face. Look, Bible lady. Look how she looking. Daughter of a legend said he was describing her relationship with him. Right. She is emotionally attached to Ernesto. Now I know that we say that Ernesto is keeping her around because she's putting money on his books. He talks to her, but Ernesto is not emotionally attached to Sonya. Sonya is emotionally attached to Ernesto. Ernesto might be financially attached to Sonya. That's a possibility. But as far as emotions are concerned, if Sonya fell off the cliff on the RV tomorrow, okay, she's just riding around like Legacy Moon say, making my way downtown, whatever the rest of that song is, she's just driving, and all of a sudden, whoa, she falls off the cliff, right? Do you know that Ernesto would be okay? Do you know that Ernesto would be okay if something happened to Sonya? If something happened to Nesto, if Nesto was on his way to get some breakfast, right? And he's singing like Legacy Moon, making my way downtown, right? And then he got jugged in his side. Okay. Tragedy. He got jugged, y'all. He got a jug on the side. Do you know that Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III would not be okay? She would not be okay because she is so emotionally attached and emotionally invested in this ninja on the left side of the screen. But Ernesto is trying to drop a clue. meeeee3 say emotions make you cry sometime. Yeah, I know H-Town. I know. I know. Yeah, no. Bible, yeah, get jugged. Yeah, he's gonna get jugged. He might get jugged. Making my way downtown, and say, oh, Lord, oh, it don't work like that. And that's the end of that stuff, right? Sonya wouldn't know what to do. Sonya wouldn't know what to do. Muffin 218, that's another good point. All he sees is the money she's wasting. She is wasting so much money trying to impress him. Keisha Marie said he told Dion she was too Mashuno. What? Miss Fowler says he wouldn't look for her because everyone he knows don't like her. Right. He wouldn't care. He would not care. Not at all. Y'all want to hear him say it to her again? I have no problem. Let's listen to him say this to her one more time. And just look at her face. She doesn't understand anything. She doesn't understand a damn thing because all she does is talk. Listen.
Of the company. Because either
It
they're
look
going to
like
fix it.
are you taking it back?
I don't
Okay.
want to. I don't want to. I
Damn it.
really like it. I mean, they could
Well,
replace him with the same thing.
okay, well that's what they need to do then, because you're gonna mess around people with a whole bunch of problems that you don't want to deal with later on down the line. So just gonna get it right first time. Don't be fooling around, getting emotional attached to something that's not trying to be attached to you.
So easy. It's just so easy.
Being emotionally attached to something that don't want to be emotionally attached to you sums up this whole thing, doesn't it? So, I mean, think about it, y'all. Sums up this whole thing perfectly. Ms. Fama says she could have really impressed him by getting him an attorney, not a broken down RV. Right. I mean, put that money on his books. If anything, shit, she paying $55 a day. Do you know what Ernesto could do with $55 per day in jail? Oh my God. Oh my God. He would save himself from being molested so many times. Sassy Girl says Sonya is slow, I'm convinced. Daughter of a Legend says she will be crying for the first time in her life, according to her. Absolutely. Ain't that sad, Daughter of a Legend? Listen, Daughter of a Legend, she is more attached to Ernesto than she was her own father. Think about the way that she talked about her father on his deathbed and how she wouldn't talk to him and how she didn't cry at the funeral because she's quote unquote fake. She's more attached to Ernesto Williams. You know, they say he nasty, who was a grand jury. She would be more upset by his passing than her own father. Something's wrong with that? Good Judy said, damn it, Native, I spit mouthwash out on my bathroom mirror. Listen, Good Judy, I've already explained when you come over to the Native Tribe show, don't eat, don't drink, don't do nothing that's gonna cause that you're gonna know, because we don't know what's gonna happen and what we're gonna say over here, okay? Now I've given this disclaimer before, Good Judy, okay? I'm sorry about your mirror. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Lord have mercy. Bible lady says she was more emotionally attached to Nestor than her own children. Right. Exactly. And that's what makes this so sad. That's what makes this so damn sad. This, y'all, is possibly the saddest movie that you've seen in a long time. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Let's listen to some more.
Please just saying I gotta move everything out and all that crap. I guess it's one
That's
day.
okay. Yeah, that's it. Don't take number one day, but I'd rather deal with that one day than deal with 6 months to a year later.
Because you
You
got to
can't get
drive
it.
hours to get it fixed. It's not like I can just go down the street and get it fixed.
Okay,
I have
where
to
else you
drive
going?
hours.
What else you doing? What else you doing?
Nothing. I am
Okay,
nothing.
I thought.
I
You
got
got
shit
something
to
to
do.
do now. You got something to do. You're doing
I got
something
shit
out
to
there.
do. I ain't doing nothing. You know what? I'm doing more than what I was doing in that damn apartment. I tell you that much. That apartment
Well, then
was,
that's good.
man, that apartment was some bum ass living. Or a house, same thing. You know, it's just very repetitive. You go to that location, you get up, you walk around, you go to bed, you leave, you come back.
You're bored.
I
That's what you're saying.
mean, it wasn't for me. Let's say that. Some people like that stuff. It just
Oh,
wasn't for me.
okay. So you got
Yeah.
some action going on, because you got a lot of action going on.
Well, you know, you wake up and you just be like, "Oh, what are we doing today?" And it's just something different from yesterday. You know, what's going to be my view today, or what area will I be in? What people will I see? And then you
Okay.
just hang out all day long, and then I just, you know, at nighttime go back in and park.
Hmm.
What are you, 8? What are you 8 years old? Like, how old are you? Are you 10? I wonder what I'm gonna see today. What people am I gonna see? What animals am I gonna look at? What are the birds like over here? What are the birds like over here? You idiot. You lived in that. Let me tell you something, y'all. Atlanta, Georgia is probably like a very unique city in the fact that it is a city that has trees, right? You go downtown Atlanta and you're going to see trees, you're going to see greenery, you're going to see a lot of urban areas and a lot of places where there are a lot of buildings. They've cut down all the trees, right? But when you come to Atlanta, you get everything. You get the buildings, you get the urban life, you get nature, you get like all of that in one. This is where Sonya lived at, right? She lived here, but now she's acting like living in the apartment, she didn't get to see anything. When where her apartment was not too far from the interstate, which would have taken her to many of the different um, nature areas, nature trails, parks. Like Atlanta has so many damn parks. I don't get this whole, well, every day I get to wake up and see something new. And I get to go and I get to go over here and I get to go over here and then I get to go over here and then over here there's something else new. And then I park and then I go to bed. And then I wake up and I see something else. And then I go over here and then I go over here. The fuck? Were you 10, 10, 11 years old? How old are you? Shit. You are close to 60 years old, ma'am. You too old to be talking like this. You want to go on a new adventure and shit because something told you that you couldn't do this before. You couldn't have an adventure before all of this. It took all of this. And your boyfriend is laughing at you, by the way. Your boyfriend is laughing at you, just so you know. Okay? Lion Mom said, what does she do that's so different? She sits in the RV all day versus sitting in her apartment, except she goes to the shower and pays to park at night. Girl, what the fuck? Right. How did she upgrade? Right? Chandy Alex says, Dora the Explorer. Right. Every day is an adventure. She should have boots, right? But instead of having boots, she just smells like boots. Because monkeys kind of stink. But I'm just saying. Baba Lady says you won't see anything if you're sitting in your apartment all day, all night, waiting for an inmate to call you. Right. Right. So Baba Lady, let's talk about it. Let's make it real. Okay. She says that she was stuck in the apartment. Why were you stuck in the apartment? Is it because you're waiting on him to call you? Call me, call me, call me, call me, call me. Is that what it was? Because I think that's what it was. Because again, you had equal opportunity to get out and see Atlanta and see all these things that you're seeing in all these different places, right? Now, AK's F350 says Nesto doesn't want that lifestyle. The fancy RV he wants was to supplement the homes and cars he also wanted, right? This is so dumb, y'all. This is so dumb. A lady 747 says she's trying to convince herself living indoors is bum living. How is it bum living? Good Judy, monkeys and shit, they stink. I know they look cute when they animate them, but they actually stink. And I'm pretty sure that once she has been in that trailer and shit in the bag, and who knows how many times the bag then spilt, right? Who knows how many times the bag then got stepped on and leaked out or whatever, or it was a bag with a hole in it. How many times have you gone to Walmart, gotten a bag, and the bag got a hole in it, and you ain't realize it till you got home? She's using Walmart bags. And in all honesty, she probably got some that got some holes in it. They probably leaked. She don't know how to mop. It probably stinks to high heaven in that motherfucker. I'm just saying. I ain't never been in there, but I just look at who we talking about, okay? She probably do smell like boots. Okay. AK's F350. Walmart will quickly give you a bag that is defective. They will quickly give you a bag that has a hole in it. Lord have mercy. Anyway, let's listen.
They get bored tonight.
I'll be so tired.
What?
Because I'm up at 7, 8 o'clock every day now.
Well, that's
I
good
don't know
then.
why. I just pop up 7, sometimes 6:30. I'm up, and then I be like, all right. Then I jump out the bed, which I got this lovely mattress I bought yesterday. Oh my God, it's so heavenly. And then so I jump out the bed. It's nothing to clean because it's like all of 2 seconds worth of house. So it takes me 5 minutes to make the bed up and sweep the floor and then go to the gym, come back, get dressed. Well, I get dressed in the parking lot of the gym. So I come in from the gym and I do everything in the parking lot because I'm at home. I don't have to drive nowhere. And then I just go find food. And then I just,
Did anybody harass you in that thing?
no. Two older ladies pulled up on me yesterday. One was 80 and the other one was her sister. So she had to be like in her 70s.
Okay, I had to let her get the other lady out. How does she know everybody's age? Y'all ever notice that? Y'all ever notice that every story she tells about people, she talks about their age? Remember the guy in the bank? He was an older guy, but he was in his 40s. Remember the guy that was in the store needing the shoes? Now these two ladies, she knows everybody's age. Now, when I'm out and about, people will talk to me. People will, bump into me. We'll have a short conversation, and then I'll walk away. Right? That happens to everybody, right? In those instances, how many of those people do you get their age? Do you track how old they are? When people lie, a lot of times they include entirely too many details, which is how you know they're lying. Why would two women who just pull up and say, "Oh my God, I didn't know a black lady was going to be," how do you know how old they are? One was 70 and the other one was 80. Y'all ever notice that she does that with every fucking story she tells? Every story, she knows the age of the people that she just meets for the first fucking time. There are people that I have known for years that I didn't know their ages for at least a year or two. You go to a birthday party or you find out through, other ways, maybe Facebook, I don't know, but you find out later on. You never find out how old someone is initially unless you are a fucking doctor and you're doing intake. Now, when you're doing the intake, you need to know how old they are. But if I'm meeting you for the first time ever, I don't know how old you are. I don't really care how old you are. But Sonya knows that these two women who pulled up to her were 70 and 80 years old, respectively. She knows that. She knows that. How? I don't know. But she knows that. Petty Patty said people don't go around asking people their age. That's rude. Especially people that are just pulling up to you to give a comment or to make a joke or to say whatever the hell that she said this lady said, right? I'm just saying, Miss Fine One, it don't make sense. Make this make sense. That she just knows listen, she know they 80 and they're 70. Listen.
Because the one was just turned 80 and they
Just turned 80. So she knows the birth date, not just how old they are. She knows when these women have birthdays. She knows the birthday. She just turned 80. So this is May. So she just turned 80 in April. Yeah, her birthday is April 16th, right? Just turned 80. Chick-fil-A gal said that's because she asked their age so she can tell them and think that and then she think they gonna say she looked like a kid to be that old. That's a lot of thinking, Chick-fil-A gal. That is a lot of thinking to do for something that don't make no difference. If she fishing for compliments that hard, that's a damn shame, Chick-fil-A gal. That is just a damn shame. Sweet Peasy say Nesta was raised by wolves and Sonya raised herself. So Sonya was also raised by wolves. That's what you're saying, Sweet Peasy. Sonya was also raised by wolves. Because let me listen to what she said. You said Nesta was raised by wolves and Sonya was raised herself. So Sonya was also raised by wolves. Because she looked like a baby wolf in the face. I'm just saying. No one says not just turned 80. Right, just turned 80. She just turned 80. Just missed her daughter. Just missed her birthday. Daughter of a Legend says she lies. She embellishes literally everything. Right. Right. Janetta, no, they're not black people. She said, Janetta says, I doubt they are black people. I don't see us telling our ages to people we don't know. They're not black people. They're not. Jalen Jones said, I would say a squirrel. Okay. Okay. But Jalen, let me ask you this. How do you justify the fact that she laughs like this? I'm just saying. She does look squirrelish in this pic. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you, bro. I'm agreeing with you, okay? But how does that justify the fact that when she goes to laugh, she sounds like this? I never heard a squirrel do that before. I just haven't. But yes, in this picture, she's very squirrelish. She is. She is. Look, Sonya's ice cream. No, Chick-fil-A gal said they thought she was 80. Tell the truth, Sonya. Sonya's ice cream truck says Sonya's a mercat. I like that. I like that description. She's a mercat. Yes. Yeah. Boys Nana says Sonya has poop crumbs in her ass. Oh my. Okay. Why you poop crumbs in her ass? Oh my God. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's listen to some more, y'all. This is getting good. It's getting good. It is getting good. Let's listen.
they pulled up on me. They was like, we didn't expect to see a black woman driving. And I was like, she's like, I used to RV in my younger days. She said she drove all the way to Alaska, down the coast. She said, get in that thing and drive it. And I was like, talking about a simpler time back in the 80s?
Right.
80s, because she's 80 years old. So she's probably talking about the 80s and the 70s when she did this. When gas was 75 cents a gallon.
Yeah.
Down here, it's $2.69. Then you drive down the street and it's $3.69. Because I haven't bought gas in years. Since I had the Audi.
Okay.
That was the last time I bought gas. So I was like, this is crazy. I'm up here worried about gas prices. Why? Because my shit it burned gas just sitting. When I took that 5 hour drive back from the dealership, and I was sitting in traffic the whole time, it was eating up my gas while I was just sitting there. I'm like,
Wow.
yeah, because your stuff was well. You had diesel. You had
Yeah, you
diesel.
got. Well, maybe you need to take it on back. Then that give you a sign. Go on, take that thing on back. Get you something that's gonna make sense. Cause you shouldn't be burning
No,
gas sitting there.
that was a fluke of a thing. But no,
No, it ain't no fluke. Ain't no listen. It ain't no fluke. Cause in a minute, there's gonna be a lot of people
I guess
fleeing from
not.
other cities. Listen, it's gonna be a lot of people fleeing from other cities to move to other cities, sitting in traffic to get where they're going. I'm gonna give you about 6 more months, and you can like, dog, he said that.
What? I'm sorry. What? It's gonna be what? Is Ernesto Williams? You know they say he nasty. Who was they a grand jury? Is he saying that it's gonna be a zombie apocalypse? Is that what he's saying? What is he talking about? It's gonna be people fleeing to other cities. So I used to live in Pensacola, Florida. Okay. I fled to another city. And I was on the interstate. And I wasn't just sitting there on the interstate. I drove. I drove moving truck and everything to Atlanta, about a 4.5 hour, 5 hour drive. I wasn't stuck. What is he talking about? People move all the time. I don't understand. Is he saying that they're going to be leaving all at the same time, going to other cities all at the same time? Is that what he's talking about? Jalen Jones, help me out. Help me out, bro. Is that what he's trying to say? That there's going to be a zombie apocalypse, like The Walking Dead, and people are just going to be getting their brains ate out, and it's going to be mass havoc, and people are going to be moving to other cities, and the interstate is going to be so overwhelmed with people that they won't be able to move. Is that what he's saying, Phoebe? Help me out, somebody. Mary Willis, is that what the boy trying to say? Because I don't understand. Shindy Alex says Nesto had a vision. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Bible Lady said he's trying to scare her. Well, she's trying to scare us. Have you seen these still shots, Bible Lady? Damn it, man. Damn it, man. You get me? Says maybe he's talking about summer traveling. Nope. Nope. That ain't what he's talking about. Nope. 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 Because he said in 6 months. 6 months from today would be from this call would be November. He said in 6 months that this was going to go down. Here on the screen, it is May 25th, the other day, a few days ago, 5 days ago, right? He said in 6 months, which would put it in November. I'm just trying to understand. Petty Patty said Nesto's going to be safe from all because from it all behind the prison walls. Yeah, Nesto ain't got to worry about it. I'm just trying to understand. Do I need to be concerned? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Good Judy, do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, I'm worried about me. Okay, I'm worried about me. Your friendly neighborhood cupcake says, "Well, that cancels out hurricane season, right?" He said in 6 months. In 6 months, he was very specific. In 6 months, all this shit was going to happen. People were going to be moving, and it was going just moving from city to city. I'm just saying. Shot-Town CPA said, Nesto said, go on, take that thing back. AKA, my bougie ass ain't going to be seen in that with or without you if and when I get out. Yeah. 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 No, I'm just, look, I'm trying to understand what Nestrodamus is saying, okay? Because if Nestrodamus had some inside information on the next 6 months and people being trying to get out of the city and can't because there's so many people, I want to know about it, Nestrodamus. Tell me what the fuck is going to happen. I don't get it. I don't get it. Your friendly neighborhood cupcake said everybody moving on Thanksgiving. Let's listen.
Because that's what I'm reading. That's what I'm seeing, and there's a pattern behind it.
I'm
Yes.
cool. If the grid go down, I'm good. I got generator and I got half-ass generator and I got sun.
But you
I got
can't. You
I
can't.
got solar.
Yeah, that solar ain't gonna go so far if you can't move it. Yeah.
I don't need gas for my solar. I only need gas for my air and my generator.
Nah, you do need air. You do need gas when you're
I
trying to
gotta put
move it.
gas in my car. I'm down to 100 miles to eat. I always fill it up when I get to 100. It
Oh,
just feels better when you just keep putting $50 in it instead of 120, 120, 120. So every time I get halfway down, I just throw $50 in it. Go throw $50 in it. Go throw $50 in it.
well, you won't burn number 25 if you gonna get the diesel.
Right.
That's what I'm telling you.
But the diesel, they don't make diesel this short. They make the diesel is 24 feet. It is as short as diesel. And it was the Mercedes chassis because that's what I was trying to get. But then I was like, I didn't want to jump in and not like it and be so. I wanted something I could get in and get out if
But
I
it's gonna
needed
be
to.
hard. It's gonna be hard to get in and out if you don't. If everything's not working.
Not well, everything's under warranty, so they're gonna fix this shit or they're gonna get it. Um, I'm under two warranties, my extended and the regular warranty. Because
Okay. All right.
I only have 2,000 miles on this thing right now. I'm 2,000 miles in, so they better fix it.
So if she's in Miami, as we are deducing that she is, she's saying that the only people, well, I guess to honor the warranty, she would need to take it back to the dealership. So y'all are telling me that she's going to drive from Miami to Oklahoma. That's a long way. She says she only has 2,000 miles. So there's a lie in here somewhere that I'm trying to uncover, and I can't figure it out yet. I can't. Ms. Reed says her eye activities bother the crap out of me. Wow. Yeah. It's rather disturbing. It's rather disturbing. AK's F350 says, see, she says she has 2,000 miles on a new camper. That's what I'm saying. There's 2,000 miles on it. Where did all those 2,000 miles go to if she been to Oklahoma from Atlanta? I got to do some math, y'all. Y'all know I don't like math, but I'm gonna have to figure it out. Jet Black Straight said this bitch rented this camper from GA. I agree. I agree. I do. Let me see. Cammy K says, I don't think she got the RV from Oklahoma. That's one of her many lies. That's a weird lie, though, isn't it? Kimmy K, that is a weird ass lie. That's like if I went to the Walmart in Duluth, and then you say, "Well, where'd you get that from, Native?" And I said, "Oh, I got it from the Walmart by the airport, the Walmart in Hapeville." Why would I tell that lie? What that is a weird ass lie. She's weird. She is so weird. I promise she is. Queen Black said the mileage isn't adding up. It's not. It really isn't, Queen Black. It's not adding up at all. Like at all. Chindy Alex says, "Is there an Oklahoma in Florida?" No, there's a Pensacola in Oklahoma, though. Just trivia. Just that has nothing to do with what you said. Just trivia. Just trivia. I'm just saying. AK's F350 says, "Why does she tell any lies?" Well, I mean, she's Sonya. She's got to fit in. She feels awkward around people. She's socially unacceptable. All of those things cause her to lie. So, but Ducky Dexter says Canton, Georgia. That's where she got it from. You think she got it from Canton? I know there are a lot of RV places up there. You think she got it from Canton? That would be interesting. But then, okay, okay, so she, okay, all right. Let me digest that, Ducky Dexter, because that makes a lot of sense. That does. Mocha and Dimple says, Native, I'm behind in the chat. Why no one said anything about Sonya saying the old lady drove Alaska down the coast? Well, I was getting there, Mocha and Dimples. I was getting there. And thank you for reminding me to get there, right? So Mocha and Dimples brings up a very good point. She did say that the lady told her that she drove from Alaska and drove down the coast. Okay. Geography experts. Where are my geography experts at? How the hell you drove down the coast from Alaska? You drove down the West Coast, the West Coast Highway. What is it? The West Coast Pacific Highway? Is that what it is, y'all? On the West Coast? She drove that from Alaska. That's what the lady told her. Mocha and Dimples, thank you for reminding me of that, because I thought about that, because my geography brain could not understand how that was possible, and only confirms further that she's lying. She is lying. Miss Fonwan says, I think she's lying about Oklahoma, because there was a call where Ernesto said that he went to Oklahoma, and I want to say it was something about an RV. Does anyone remember that call? I do, but I'm trying to, man, I got to look that up. You're right, Miss Fonwan. I think that is why. That's so weird. Jalen Jones says Canton, definitely a good guess. Yeah, I think so too. I didn't think about Canton. I didn't, because there's one that's in that's not too far from here, off of 78. Every time I think about RVs, I think about that place, because you can see it from the interstate. But Canton has a lot of places up there, so yeah, that is a pretty good guess. Absolutely. Justin's mom said, I keep telling you she's driving to Africa. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody could drive down from Alaska down the coast, from Alaska, y'all. Alaska. Yep. You're right. Joseph Bullitt said that RV is cutting into Ernie's commissary. Let me see. So Leo Ladies 251 says Atlanta to OKC is 12 hours, 848 miles. OKC to Miami, 23 hours, 40 minutes, 1,500. So that would be over 2,000 miles. Huh. Okay. Right. Attitude and Talent said you'd have to go through Canada, but she's absolutely lying, because you can't just drive on the West Coast for Alaska. You can't. Yeah, there's a way to do it, but not just come down. Now, if she would have said Washington State or Oregon, yeah, but Alaska? No, I don't think so. Honeybee says she's destiny swapping with Nesto. I do agree with that. Let's listen.
Okay.
Yes, they better fix it.
All right, then. Well, then you know what you got to do then. What? Cereal. Cereal and water. That's it. Cereal and water.
We ain't even got no milk. You better put some water on that damn shit.
Cereal and water. I'm on a fast, so hey.
Shay does it again. Shay is the GOAT. Okay? Watch.
Don't, if everything's not working.
Well, everything's under warranty, so they're gonna fix this shit, or they're gonna get it. I'm under two warranties, my extended and the regular warranty.
Okay.
I only have 2,000 miles on this thing right now. I'm 2,000 miles in. So they better fix it.
Okay.
Yes, they better fix it.
All right, then. Well, then you know what you got to do then. What? Cereal. Cereal and water. That's it. Cereal and water.
We ain't even got no milk. You better put some water on that damn shit.
Cereal.
I'm sorry, y'all. That shit is hilarious. Oh my God. You better put some milk on that damn shit. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to Shay. Phone calls in prison. Keeps us on our toes with these calls, I promise.
Water. I'm on a fast, so hey, 14 more. It's gonna be.
Okay, so you didn't gain any weight, right? Because everybody keep coming out of there fat, right?
What are you talking about?
I was so fat. I'm like, what the hell? What is he eating in there? Is he getting a special menu? Because why is he coming out like I know, it ain't that food is not edible at all.
The deal is they be overindulging themselves. That's what it is. A lot of them be on that stuff when they be out there, and then they come back in
coming
here.
out 50 pounds better, fat. I'm
that's because that's their regular weight. The regular weight is not on the
They
street
didn't
like
come
that.
in small. They come in small. Then they blow up in there. In
Well,
there.
that's it.
Not jail
That's
county.
what
But
I'm.
it's
No,
awful.
because they be eating 5 or 6 trays. You know, they have addiction. If they smoking or whatever, drinking a lot on the street, or and they
Yeah.
come in,
And they
they
come in
just
there
use
and
the
they
cook.
eat now because they can't do all that smoking and cracking
Right.
and drinking and
Yeah.
leaning. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all. They be to their normal old man looking self at a young age. No, I don't eat like that. I don't eat like that. I don't do
I
all
know
that.
you skinny. I bought your clothes, so I know how skinny you are. But I'm like,
I'm not skinny now. Not that like that now.
I know. You know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah. But no, I don't do all that. No.
Like, you're very body conscious.
Yeah, I don't want to do looking like that.
I know.
Yeah.
You're trying to fall off.
Hey, not even in my casket. I don't want to look like I can't even get in the casket.
Man, this dude fell out the casket. They was walking him out the thing going down the stairs, and he fell out the bottom of the casket. I was like, wow. So either he looked to be a little overweight, but he didn't look. It was a normal sized casket, but he looked to be a little thick. So it could have been a combination of the cheapness of the casket and his thickness. But his whole body fell out on the stairs, and everything in it just fell, and everybody was just like, "Oh my God!" Like, what do you
Well,
do? You gotta rush out and pick up a body, and then like you can't put them back in there. The bottom's gone.
well,
They had to
ain't no
wrap
telling.
them up, drop them in there. I don't know. I don't want to cast it, but that's crazy.
Okay. So
Mm.
did your kids checked on you since you've been out there in the wilderness out there? You know.
My daughter has called me every day. My son called me. He calls every other day. My daughter calls every day. But yeah,
Okay.
and my granddaughter calls every 2 days. So yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, y'all. I would call my mama every day. If my mama is in a house, right? My mama is not out there behind Walmart and shit. And I call my mama every day, right? If my mama was unhoused, okay, riding around the country with no particular place to go in an RV that with an air conditioner that don't work because she don't know how to hook up the shore power and the solar ain't working either, I would be calling my mama every day. First of all, it would be hard for me to even let my mama go do some dumb shit like this, right? But if she insisted on doing it, I would call my mama every day, if not twice a day. But I think it's kind of telling. It's kind of telling that she said that Tomas, her star child, you know, the one that's not the fucked up pancake, you know what I mean? He only calls every other day. And I think that that's a lie. I think that's a lie. I think out of all the lies, this is probably the biggest one. Sonya's ice cream truck said, "Day mama homeless." Right. Sensible Creation says every other day is every 2 days. She's so goofy. She don't know that. She don't know words. Okay. I Revive says it's sad. The child she can't stand is the one who calls her daily. Right. And her star child, the one that's not the fucked up pancake. You remember that one? You know, the first pancake always be fucked up just like your kids. You remember that? Yeah. That one, the other one, only probably calls because he feels obligated to. I promise you. I promise you. Jet Black Straight says she just ride around, not even sightseeing. No, she's not. Being harassed by old 70 and 80-year-old white women about black women driving the damn RV. Anissa Ali says she's lying. I think so too. Mary Willis said boys are very protective over their mother. Correct. Which is why I would not go every other day calling my mama if she insisted on doing some bullshit like this. I Revive said, "Oh no, I missed that." She also said the first child is the throwaway. Yeah. Miss Piggy Braxton for Freezer Meat Says they don't call her. We never heard her phone beep. They don't call her. Of course not. She's making, this is probably the biggest lie. This is probably the biggest lie that she told. Ebony says, my son will be looking for me in the daytime with a flashlight. Exactly. Exactly. Attitude and Tylenol said, that's how my cousins are with my aunt. The one she mistreated loves her, and the fave hates her. Yeah, that's how it always ends up being. Ducky Dexter says, my son texts me several times a day and at least calls me once a day and has a fit if he can't find me. Right. It makes no sense. It just makes no sense. Let's listen.
Everybody's fine. Everybody's great. It's all good.
Okay, that's good then. As long as you're all right, everybody checking on you out there, you're happy. You seem like you got more energy out there. Do you feel like you got more energy out
I
there?
got more energy. I got more energy.
You still taking your horse pills?
That's the struggle. No, I haven't taken that vitamin in 3 days. I don't feel all.
What?
I don't
Oh
feel all.
yeah.
But I've been eating more. I've been definitely eating twice a day. Whereas so I would eat once a day and sometimes not even. So I do eat twice a day. That I do. Yeah, I do eat twice a day. And one out of the 2 meals actually stay with me. So I feel myself
Okay.
getting a little heavier.
Okay. All right then. Well, seeing because you're more active, so that kind of make you.
Yeah, bulking up. I'll be 100 pounds. I'll be 100 pounds before we know it. She gonna be 100
Okay.
pounds. Oh my God, 100, 100.
Okay. Your head still hurt?
It's a hit or miss. If I don't think about it, I don't feel it. So it's like a faint. It's like a faint headache. I mean, I saw myself this morning, like feeling it, and then I kind of like started doing stuff and kind of ignoring it. And then when I cleaned out the garage and put everything up, except for my surge and my power cord, I left those out. Um, and it just felt like it's faint. Like it could go either way. But I'm about to go find me some food. I'm just trying to figure out what I have a taste for. Do I want pasta or do I want to go? I think I want pasta.
Okay, but go ahead and just let me know when you want me to hit you back. Then this thing cut off 7 o'clock, so just hit me. Let me know when you want me to hit you back.
Okay, 5 o'clock is fine.
Okay, cool. Enjoy your day today. How about that one? A good one. A good day today. You know, did you
Don't
say your
love you.
prayers? Did you say your prayers?
I always pray when you ask me to. You know.
Well, come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now.
When you ask, I do it, but normally I don't pray. So
Okay, well, let's pray when you eat your food. Can you do that for me? Can you do that for me? Pray, because you seem like you're getting better, seem like you're happier, seem like you got a more energy right now. You know, I mean, come on now.
now I can't do that because that would kind of seem like I have some type of belief in what I'm doing. I don't. I
Hold
only
on, hold on.
pray. I pray on your behalf to your God, and that's what I do because you believe.
I sure do. I sure do. I sure to the.
Okay. I blame this whole prayer thing on Nesto. Okay. I blame this whole thing on Nesto, and here's why. If you know somebody does not drink, you don't continue offering them a drink because it's very disrespectful to the person if they've already told you that they don't drink. Now, Ernesto is trying to push religion onto this person who says that they are an atheist. Why would you want somebody to pray if they don't think God exists? It's a very simple question. If the person doesn't think God exists, why would you want them to pray to a God that they don't think exists? Somebody make this shit make sense. If I don't drink and I tell you I don't drink, and then you say, well, this wine is really, really good, you should really, really try it. And I'm like, but I told you I don't drink. Well, you should try this drink. Here's some Boone's Farm. Here's some wild turkey. You're going to really enjoy this. And I tell you, but I don't drink, right? But then I take a sip of your drink that you told me was so good, and I don't like it. And the reason why is because that's not what I wanted in the first place. She's telling Nesto she's an atheist. Why in the hell would you keep pushing your religion on an atheist? Because you want to be with them? You think that pushing your religion on them is going to make it better? It's going to make their life better? When she's telling you, I don't pray, I pray whenever you ask me to. In other words, it's performative. I pray when you ask me to is performative. It's a performance. And anytime that you have prayer, prayer should not be a performance, right? Prayer is a conversation between you and God. So if the relationship between you and God is real, God will hear you. If it's performative, if it's just for the looks and just because he asked you to do it, it's ineffective. So I blame all this shit on Nesto because Nesto should know better. Because remember, y'all, Nesto said that he is a religious man, right? He was religious before all this happened to him, right? He went to church and was a believer before all this happened, right? Right? But as we all know, so we know that he be lying, and we know that he be lying about how close he is with God. Obviously, when you look at the charges. Because Ernest Williams, they say he nasty, who was a grand jury, has the indictments to show that he is not of a godly nature. Because he wouldn't have got indicted on those charges. He wouldn't have even been accused of those charges. Not to say that innocent people don't get accused, but if you think about it, he has been accused over and over and over and over again. Where there is smoke, there is fire. Okay? Ms. Reese says, Matthew 7:23, and then I will declare to them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you who practice lawlessness. Thank you, Ms. Reese. Thank you, Ms. Reese. That is a great reading and a very appropriate scripture for this, right? Daughter of Legend says, I also blame her for pandering and saying she prays when he asks. Yeah, I get it, Daughter of a Legend, but I'm saying, why is he asking an atheist to pray? So in conversion theory, right? When you're trying to convert somebody, you don't give them the task of praying and hoping that will convert them over to God, because the first time that the prayer does not manifest the way that they think it manifests, it makes it harder to bring them closer to God. So you don't give them the task of praying. So yeah, you're right. She does act like she does it, but why in the fuck are you asking an atheist to pray for you when they don't know what they're doing? That's probably why. Look, my friend Legacy Moon got the sound bite when that unopened Bible lady prayers go up, the indictments come down, and so far that has been the result every single time. You have to know how to pray in order for a prayer to be effective. And Sonya don't know how to put the shore power onto her god doggone generator. She damn sure don't know how to pray. Sonya can't even get her hair pulled back right. Sonya can't consistently do her eyebrows. How's she gonna pray? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Michi3 says, why would you want someone that doesn't believe pray for you? You don't know what that prayer gonna be, and you don't know where that prayer gonna go. You don't know where that prayer gonna go, Michi3. You don't know what it's gonna be, and you don't know who's picking up the phone on the other end to answer it. Okay? Because if you don't know Jesus, how you gonna have Jesus on the main line to tell him what you want? I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Miss Fineman says, and she even says that if she prays for him, that would mean she's a believer, and she's not. She's said that to him. Yes. Absolutely. Ms. Lady says, like the movie Coming to America, if he says bark, she would ask, like, which one? I would like for you to bark. Okay, what kind of dog? A big dog. Woof, woof, woof. Yeah, that's her. That's her. Uh-huh. Let's listen.
Very end. I'm talking about.
And that's a
Sure
good
will.
right.
Yep, sure will.
I'm the one that's, out here.
Okay,
the one that's
well,
out there lost. No,
you ain't lost. You ain't
I'm not.
lost. You ain't lost.
I'm not.
No, you
I'm
ain't
good.
lost.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
Talking
good.
about you out there
But I
lost.
do on behalf of you. What I do for you and on behalf of you, but for myself, I do not. No, I do not. I've never for myself ever. So
Well, you should. You should. I'm really saying that because you're a great person. So I don't. It's the same. So tighten up. How about that?
I'm a great person because I believe in respecting all things that are living, plants, animals, and people.
What about Shirley Strawberries? You said plants, animals, and people. What about Shirley Strawberry? Does Shirley Strawberry fall in the category of any of those things that you just mentioned? You said animals. You said people. I think Shirley Strawberry is a people, but you sure did disrespect the fuck out of her and her marriage. I'm just saying, Sonya. I'm using your words, right? I'm using your words. You said you respect all things plants, people, animals. I think Shirley Strawberry falls into the category of people. And you have disrespected Shirley Strawberry so many fucking times that right now I have to call that another lie. How many lies are we up to? 300 something, 400 something? I'm just saying. How many lies are we at? Because this is a big one. This is a big one. This is one of the biggest ones, y'all. That she respects all things when she absolutely does not respect all things. We know because she's on the phone with this still married man right now, but he was extra married when we met her. When we met Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III, she was on the phone with a married man, disrespecting that married man's wife and the institution of his marriage. So I'm just trying to understand if you respect all things, Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III, why the fuck you didn't respect Shirley Strawberry? I think that that's a very reasonable question to ask somebody who's not religious but respects all things. I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Sonia's outdated RV. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says she never respected Shirley nor Nestos. It don't seem like it. Do it? It don't seem like it. Do it? I mean, if you think about it, she old. She can get another job. She need to be talking about your case on the radio. She need to be talking about your case. She old. She can get another. She old. She too old to be on the radio. She old. Mhm. If I was Shirley, I'd talk to you. If I was at a restaurant, if I was Shirley, I'd be doing this. I'd be doing that. Uh-huh. But she respects all things. Y'all give me. Y'all give me a lot count right now. Where we at? Are we in the upper 400s right now? Where we at? Let me know. Y'all let me know. Let's listen.
Okay, but
and I
it,
help
it,
when I can, and that's how you're supposed to be. You're supposed to always be helpful to those around you, and sometimes to strain. I bought this guy some shoes yesterday, at Walmart. I went in there to get to get my mattress, right? And he came up to me and he was like, "My mom died," and I was like, "Well, I'm sorry to hear that." He said, "Well, can you help me buy some shoes?" And he's my age, right? Because mom was like 90 or 80 when she died or whatever. And he was just saying, I didn't go to her funeral. And he was like, I'm from Detroit. And I'm like, really? I used to live in Detroit. He was like, really? And then he was kind of off. You could tell he was kind of off, but kind of there, not crazy, but kind of, because of how he was talking. And he said, I'm short $11. Can you help me buy me some shoes? And I said, sure. So the lady at the register was so mean to him because I guess he had came up there and he only had $24. He thought he had $27. He had $24, and it was all crumbled up. And then she was like, so he went looking for somebody to help him buy the shoes. And so then he was sitting down and he just looked up and asked me, and I was like, yes, no problem. And he gave me the crumbled up money, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? So
Here's what you can do with crumbled up money. You can put it in your gas tank. You know the gas tank that you keep complaining about? The $55? You could put the money into your gas tank is what you could do. okay, with the crumpled up money. That's one thing that you could do. And y'all, this story is confusing to me. Did she buy the shoes? Did she give him $11, or were the shoes he was short $3? Well, I don't understand this lie. Okay, Maretta, help me out. What are we talking about, Lovejoy? What are we talking about? I don't know. I don't understand. Marilyn Monroe said a bald edge lie. Somebody walked up to her and asked her to buy some shoes in Walmart. Okay, all right. Jane says she senses that he doesn't like that she doesn't believe in God, so she's telling the story to show that she's still a good person. Yeah. Okay, but okay. I believe that, Jane. It's just it's a little far fetched. It's a little far fetched. Sensible Creations sister says, was it $3? See, that's what I'm saying. She said that it was $27. He had $24. But now she gave him $11, or did she buy the shoes and tell him to keep the crumpled up money that she could have used for her fucking gas tank? I'm wondering, Sensible Creation sister. I don't understand. I don't get it. The numbers don't add up. Sonya's ice cream truck said, did she take his money? I don't know. B. Ann says she's lying. $11 or $3. She about to ask this ninja to buy her something. Jet Black Straight said, Nader, can you rewind the story? Okay, I will. I don't know how much it's gonna help, but I'll take it back. Let's take it back. We're gonna take it back. She's in, okay, Jet Black Straight. She's in Walmart, right? She runs it. The guy comes up to her and asks her to buy him shoes. That's so far where we are. We're just trying to get these dollar amounts right, okay?
Hold up. And then she was like, so he went looking for somebody to help him.
Okay, hold on. Let's go back. Hold on. Wait, why did it go forward? Or did it go forward? Oh, let me see.
Great person, because I believe in respecting all things that are living.
Lie.
Plants, animals, and people.
Lie.
Okay, but
And I help when I can. And that's how you're supposed to be. You're supposed to always be helpful to those around you. And sometimes to strain. I bought this guy some shoes yesterday at Walmart. I went in there to get my mattress, right? And he came up to me and he was like, my mom died. And I was like, well, I'm sorry to hear that.
So somebody walks up to you in Walmart. Now, I've been approached in Walmart by people begging. I have. I really have. I have. It's kind of uncomfortable, but it's happened. Walks up to her and says, my mom died. Did not say, hello, ma'am. I need some help. My mom died. No. First thing out of his mouth, my mom died. Okay? That's where we are.
I said, well, can you help me buy some shoes? And he's my age, right? Because mom was like,
how does she know everybody's age? Notice in every Sonya story, Sonya, we know you lying when you start talking about how old somebody is, okay? Ain't nobody your age walked up to you and said, my mama died. How do you know that was? So you asked him how old he was? You said, oh, I'm so sorry to hear your mama died. How old are you? You my age? How old are you? Tell me, huh? Tell me. Well, how old are you? I mean, what the fuck?
Like 90 or 80 when she died or whatever. And he was just saying, I didn't go to her funeral. And he was like, I'm from Detroit. And I'm like, really? I used to live in Detroit. He was like, really? And then he was kind of off. You could tell he was kind of off, but kind of there, not crazy, but kind of, because of how he was talking. And he said, I'm short $11. Can you help me buy me some shoes?
I'm short $11, Jet Black Straight. That's where we are with this, okay? $11 this man is short, okay? Okay? Now watch this, Mary Willis. Watch this.
And I said, sure. So the lady at the register was so mean to him because I guess he had came up there and he only had $24. He thought he had $27. Yeah.
Why would he need $27 if he's $11 short? So what I'm thinking is that he has $24. The shoes cost $35, not $27, because he thought he had 27. If he's $11 short, why are you saying he only had 27 and he only had 24 when he needed 27? That's what I don't understand. Okay, here we go.
He had $24. And it was all crumbled up. And then she was like, so he went looking for somebody to help him buy the shoes. And so then he was sitting down and he just looked up.
If the man gave the lady the money and found out that it was $24 and he thought it was $27, why would the money still be crumbled up? Because the money had to have been counted out. So whenever the cashier would have been given the money, what they would have done is they would have uncrumpled the money, counted it, and then said, "Sir, you don't have enough," and gave it back to him. Why is the money still crumpled up if it was counted already? How do we know how much money he had if it was crumpled up? You idiot. You idiot. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is so stupid. Listen.
Stuff and asked me, and I was like, yes, no problem. And he gave me the crumbled up money, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? So when we went back to the register, she was like, he has to go somewhere else, and I'm like, why? Why does he have to go somewhere else? You're the cash register. He's got the money. Let him buy the shoe. Like she was just not. She was mean. She was mean, and whatever is wrong with him, because there's something a little off with him. Like they're just like she just had no respect for his issue, you know. So I ended up buying him, and he thanked me. He went left, I went right. You just got to help people that need help. He said, "I don't drink and I don't do drugs," and I said, "That's what I'm talking about." And he didn't ask for cash. He just said, "Help me buy these shoes." So like,
I don't drink and I don't do drugs, and I'm your age. This man who needed shoes to go to his mom's funeral, who by your account is having mental issues, having a mental challenge, right? According to Sonya, this is how this story went. Man comes up and says, "My mom just died." She then says, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you drink, smoke, and how old are you?" And then the man says, "Here, I have some crumpled up money that I've given to the cashier. They gave it back to me crumpled up. I'm short $3, but I'm short $11. Can you buy the shoes?" And then she didn't know what to do with the crumpled up money because obviously she doesn't know how money works. And so from there, guy just gave her what? Just the money back. Then the cashier was being mean because there's only one cashier and only one way to check out of Walmart. Because the Walmart associate is supposed to be respectful of his mental condition. So she was being mean. I'm just trying to get the. So then she was. So then at the end, I don't eat, I don't drink, and I don't do drugs. And then they walk their own separate way. That's how this story is supposed to go, right? Right? I don't know, but it looks like Ernesto's asleep. I'm just saying.
I'll help you buy the shoes.
Okay, you did a
Because
good
you're
deed. You
supposed
did a
to
good.
help people. I always, every day, I help somebody outside of
Okay,
you.
well you be careful out there now. You be careful out
Every
there.
day I help somebody. That's what I do. I always, as long as they don't look like a drug addict, I try to help females, you know. But I will help a guy on occasion. But I try to help females first, only because they're usually mothers or whatever. But the guys, this one guy got into it with me at the light. He wanted me to give him some money, and I didn't have any money. And he was arguing me down. And I'm sitting here like, I don't even know you. Why are you arguing about my pockets? Like, and just arguing me down. And I had to really think, like, maybe he's just a little short in the mind, and
No,
just,
no. Listen.
So now she's at a light. Okay, she's at a light and she's arguing with someone about money at a light, y'all. Them people don't do that. Them people that's out there panhandling, they will ask you for money or they will look your direction or whatever. And if you make eye contact with them, they'll ask you. But if you tell them no, they get the hell on. You know why? Because there's more than your car. They're working the numbers at that point. They're saying that if 10 cars are up here, at least 3 or 4 will give me money. They're not concentrating on the cars that aren't giving them the money. Huh? Does that make sense? That you're going to sit and argue with somebody about money that they're not going to give you when you're panhandling and trying to get money? There are 10 other cars behind Sonya's car, but he going to stop and argue and stand there and waste his time on the car that's not giving him money. It sounds like a lie. It sounds like a lie, Marilyn Monroe. It just does. It just does. Now, Miss Fine One, do we have a lie count on this? Karen S, have we figured out how many lies we're at right now? Sweet Peasy, does this make sense to you? Does this sound like a lie? Because it sounds like a lie to me. Karen S says it was crumpled because she found it in that stank couch in that RV. She was short at the weed shop. Bro, like, I got you, ho. Yeah, right. I'm just saying. I don't understand this particular lie. This lie makes no sense. The guy was arguing with her about her pockets. The fuck? Ms. Lady says she went from hating women to helping women by Felicia. Well, she didn't say black women. She said women. So, you know. Jet Black Straight says we're at number 998. We almost off the counter. Look, Bible Lady got her at 134,566.6 lives. Okay. All right. I just don't get it. I really don't understand why she's telling these stories. I don't.
Listen, you in that box you in right now?
I wasn't in this. This was when I was in, I think I was in my BMW. This was a minute ago.
Oh, okay.
But I was just like, why do what's all in my pockets? You know? I think when I had that white one. Or the gray one, I don't know which one I had. But anyway. Yeah, I was in a city. I think it was the white one.
Okay, well, I'll call you. I'll get something to eat. I'll call you back.
Find me some food. Or call me.
Okay, cool.
5 o'clock.
All right. Okay, love. Bye.
Bye. You're welcome. Hey.
Wait.
You must be in a bad area.
Do we have a thing? Do we have a thing now? Do we have a thing now where every time she gets ready to hang up the phone, we're going to hear? Because she did it at the end of the call on the first one, and then she did it at the end of this one. What the hell? I didn't know if that was a new thing. Okay. All right, Sonya. Calm down, Sonya. Calm down. Shit. Oh, Jane, he said box when you in that box. Yeah, he called it a box. He did.
No, I'm in a car.
7 miles. Turn left onto Southeast 26th Avenue.
Why you in a bad area? It always takes 3 calls before you get through.
Yeah, but I can see you driving the sun because it's moving around.
I'm in the passenger side. I'm not driving. I'm in the passenger side. I'm in a car, not in the rig. How are you?
Okay, good. Okay, all right then. That's cool then.
Turn left onto Southeast 26th Avenue.
He's so
Then turn
silly.
right.
What your day consists of?
Nothing.
Not a damn thing.
Nothing. Yeah. Okay, cool then. Well, you moving and shaking?
Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find some food.
You just not going to find food?
No, I did earlier, but it didn't agree with me.
Oh, okay. That's all right then. Well, hey, you gotta start somewhere, don't you?
And then end up somewhere else.
You're funny. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, enjoy your day then. Enjoy your day.
Make sure you call me later.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
In 600 feet, turn right.
All right, cool, baby. Be safe.
Make sure you call me.
All right, bye.
Hey,
Where your glasses at? Yeah, you can't be operating and ain't got no glasses on now.
hold on, they dirty. Then leave my old eyes alone.
That's all right though. Hey.
I couldn't see. How are you?
Hey, I'm all right. Moving around. Just getting off the bump for a minute. Just You
Stretching
just
them legs, stretching them knees.
yeah, that's all. Yeah. Staying out the way. I'm staying out the way. Staying out the folks' way. Yep.
That's
Yeah.
all you can do.
Yeah.
That's all
Oh,
you can do.
so everything working?
Everything is working. Yeah. I went emptied out my garage. It's dry. Um, and I got power.
Okay, good then. That's good. So everything worked.
Yeah, everything worked. Yep. I bought a fan yesterday, so when I'm parked, I don't have to. Because when I do the ceiling situation, it just blows over my head, and I be sitting here like. So I went and bought a little fan so that it could just blow
Oh,
directly on me. Yeah, when I'm just catching the breeze from outside and not doing the air conditioning thing, I be needing like some direct wind, some constant wind. So I bought a little fan, and that works perfect, and everything is good.
oh, okay, okay,
It's
all
all
right.
good.
So your generator working now?
My generator was fine. It cut off one time yesterday, but that was it. I think I was holding the button a little. Like when he did the walkthrough, he didn't explain certain things, and I'm sitting here holding it instead of just pop. You know what I'm saying? Tapping it, and it
What
comes
you
right
mean?
on.
What you mean holding it?
I was holding it until it came on, and I wasn't supposed to do that. I think because I was just told as of lately, all I do is tap it like real quick, and then in 3 seconds it comes on with no
Oh,
problem. So I don't know if that was something I was doing that caused it to do what it did. Maybe you know how when you turn the car and you give it too much gas and you flood it like
yeah.
that, like that whole scenario, right? So
Hold on, Aunt Natty. You bring up a very good point. Aunt Natty says, why is she always hunting for her food? Isn't there a refrigerator and a kitchenette in there? Isn't there a microwave in there? Why does she not have food in the damn thing? Is it because the generator won't stay on? Because the brand new unit has a bad generator that she can't hook the Sure Power up to? Is that what's wrong? Why are we hunting for food daily? It's an awesome point, Aunt Natty, when the idea would be to save money, right? The idea would be to load up your refrigerator with things that you could put in your microwave or cook on your stove, right? That's what we will be doing, and not begging for food by telling the manager that you drove 20 miles to his restaurant, which ain't shit, really. Um, on that, that's a great point. That's a very, very, very good point. Thank you for pointing that out. Bian says Nesto doesn't like her features without glasses. They're readers, not for regular sight. They're not. They absolutely are not. And you're right about that. Legacy Moon True Crime and Mystery says all she has in there is drinks. Remember, yeah. Well, I mean, I guess, but I'm just saying. But she can put more than drinks in there, right? It's big enough to. It's not a cooler. It's not like one of those Coleman coolers, right? Right. I mean, she can put more than. I don't. She was in Walmart. They got a whole grocery side over there. Why didn't she get some shit to cook? I don't know. She too busy trying to buy people shoes and shit, I guess. I don't know. Sonya's ice cream truck. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says Native, did you send Sonya to the furnace because she's hot as hell? I did not. I did not. I did not. She can't go in my furnace because she might fuck it up. Okay. She might fuck it up. I don't know. I don't know what's in her skin. Bian says she don't like real food and she don't know how to cook. Her childlike brain only likes fast food. But even so, Bian, she could get some of those pizzas, right? She got a freezer, right? I'm just I didn't take the tour, so I don't know. But don't she have like a freezer? She can put like some Geno's pizza in there or some of those Totino's or whatever those nasty ass pizzas are. She like pizza and shit. She can get some of those pre-cooked wings and put them in there, right? I mean, I'm just saying. Don't she got a microwave? Y'all help me with what she got in there. Help me understand what's in the damn thing. Because if there's a microwave in there and a place to keep the stuff cool, she can put some stuff in there. Snowbird said her power keeps going out, but I thought they fixed it. She went in there and talked to the president of the company, Snowbird, remember? Legacy Moon True Crime and Mystery says, yes, she can put food in there. It's big enough. Okay. So then Okay. BN said that's why she's malnourished. Okay. Sensible Creation Sister said, get some Lunchables, something. She could put some Lunchables in there or something. Michi3 says she should have a whole stove in there to cook, I would think, right? Or to heat something up. I'm just saying. Ms. Lady says, Native, you see how bad she be sweating, food was spoiled. I know, but didn't they fix it though? She said everything was working. That's why she fucked with the crackers. Everything is working, right? Okay. I mean, like Sonya's ice cream truck said, does she have a microwave? I see the Barbie dream car. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Y'all help me out because I don't know. Aunt Natty says she has a refrigerator and a microwave. That hoe can't cook. I know she can't, but she can heat shit up, right? Like I'm saying, they got the pizzas that all you got to do is put them in the microwave and boom, they're done, right? She can't get some of them. No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Ducky Dexter says, I mean, she drives all day long. I'm not understanding. Unless she's traveling from state to state, sit your ass down and eat. God dang. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, some noodles, right? She could get some of those noodles that we aren't supposed to eat, but she would be fine with it. I don't know. Good Judy says some fruit, salad, cereal, and milk, something. Right. She don't have to make a whole meal, but there are things that she could do that would cause her to not have to spend money that she don't have at restaurants that don't want her nasty ass in there. I'm just saying. Thank you, Miss some hamburger help or something. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Aunt Natty put that on my mind, so I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, you weren't paying attention.
He didn't explain how to do it. He just said, here's the pointless stuff. He didn't just say, let me show you how this or how you're supposed to properly turn this on so that you don't do this, that, and the other. He just said, here's the generator. That's the on button. He didn't say don't do it or do this or make sure. It was none of that. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. All right, then. That's good, then. That's good. Does it feel like a
I
holiday out
feel
there?
very settled in my situation. It's week
Okay.
2. I feel very settled in my situation.
Okay, week 2. All right, then.
When I feel great. I feel good. I'm loving it. What's the name?
So you,
My daughter that was telling me, or you can just move back into your apartment. You know, if they don't do what they're supposed to do, and you just turn it in. I'm like, I don't want to go to an apartment. I want to stay in the RV.
yeah, but don't you get tired of sitting in that thing all day? Dang.
It's new to me still. I mean, it's only been 2 weeks. I've sat in my apartment for like 2 years.
Okay. Okay. All right,
Doing
then.
nothing. At least I got a direct door to outside, and I can move it and be like, oh, you know what? I feel like this today. And I just go and, you know what I'm saying? And I walk out, and I'm in a whole different situation.
Okay. All right. Okay.
You know, I like change. And then I like,
Okay.
you know, I'm not.
Are you meeting people out there doing the same thing you're doing?
So it's 2 guys right now in the parking lot who, because I'm on the water. But it's 2 guys. It's a guy who got a trailer. He's been here for like 2 days. So this is my second. I didn't want to go to the big park because I knew it was going to be crowded because it's the holiday. So I go to the big park that's on the water. I go there Monday through Thursday when it's slow. I know it wasn't going to be slow today. So it's only.
Do they give y'all ticket? Do they give y'all tickets for sitting out there, or y'all got to pay to park out there?
This is a Walmart.
A Walmart.
A Walmart on the water.
Okay. Okay.
This is a Walmart, and I didn't even know that this existed because I've been here lots of times. I just never came to the back of the parking lot, right? So I happened to go, like, when I was here like 4 days ago, I was like, let me see what's on the other side. you know, since I'm up here, because I'm out, you know, I'm kind of far from the house. So I was like, oh shit. They go to water, they go to bridge, they go they go to DoubleTree Hotel with the deck and everybody's sitting out on the water, and then it's like grass. It's like a little park, and you can sit out here with your chair on the water and just chill. Only two people, like it's somebody in the car that lives in the car. Just sitting over there, and then it's another lady who's been here for like every time I go there. The couple times I've been here, I've seen her, and she lives in her car right on the freaking water. I'm in the suburb, and this is the only Walmart I have.
Did this ever say that the lady lived in her car? Is that what she said? I'm just trying to make sure that that's what she said. She said the lady lives in her car. I, the lady lives in her. Okay, all right. Now, do y'all understand why I say this lady's homeless? Because she's hanging out with homeless people. You see what I'm saying? Like if I had an RV, I would not park my RV. Now, maybe I'm uppity like this. I don't know. I wouldn't park my RV near homeless people, right? Because I got an RV. First of all, it seems like rather cruel that like you have better amenities than they do because this lady's living in her car and then you pull up in your RV with refrigerators and shit and she ain't got nothing but her car. Like it just seems a little cruel. But anyway, I wouldn't want to be in. I know she lived in the camper trailer / whatever the hell it is, right? But I wouldn't be in proximity with people that are living in their cars because see those people are unhoused, right? And you riding around with a house. So it seems a little mean unless you are one of the unhoused / homeless people. I'm just saying, why are you in that area? That area cannot be safe for you if you are in an RV and you're living amongst people that are living in their car. I don't know. Does that make sense to y'all? Sonny's ice cream truck says she gonna come back to a busted window, right? Because we're talking about people that are now, destitute and desperate, right? I don't understand. Shandy Alex says, yes, there are people living in cars and doing YouTube vlogs. Sonya just wasting time driving around aimlessly. Right. She doesn't have a purpose, right? She doesn't have a purpose. She's just out here wandering. Michi3 says, especially at Walmart. Thank you. You in the back of Walmart where there are people who are unhoused, sleeping in their vehicles, and you ain't got no cameras. You got a rusty machete. You ain't bought the paintball gun yet. That's supposed to knock people over. I just don't get it. But Bella, thank you so much for the super chat. Bella has summed it up. Bella says Sonya is a bum. Okay. Bella says Sonya is a bum. And let me show y'all. Let me show y'all again. I know it's been a minute, but this is the reason why, Bella. You see what I'm saying? This is the reason why, Bella. This is the theme of our live tonight, okay? Homeless and in love, okay? These people are homeless and in love. And it's not just Sonya, so is Nesto. If Nesto were to walk out, if they open up the doors tomorrow and said, Nesto, go for it, he would not have a home to go to. He is homeless. She is homeless. They are homeless and in love. A Native Tribe Urban Media presentation, okay? That's why it is what it is tonight, okay? They are homeless and in love. Damn shame, right? It's a bad combination of shit, right? It's a bad combination of shit. Lord have mercy. Let's listen.
Ever been to where you don't see bonnets, you don't see like ghetto situation at all, Because most Walmarts is in like funky area. This one right here is the only one that's not located in a funky area. It's right. It's a quarter of a mile from the ocean,
Oh, okay. Okay,
and
so
so
yeah, I
I'm
got a
on
lake
the.
got
It's not a lake. It's the ocean. But I'm on the intercoastal, which is the water body of water where they build houses in between the ocean and the land, and so it's called the intercoastal. So this at the back of the parking lot where the pickup is, so the pickup is right here, right, and then it's nothing but water, and it's like
oh,
grass, tree area. It looks like a baby park, and people fish. They're out here fishing. They got the chairs. They bring their little, it's like a hidden secret because, like I said, there's nobody out here. It's like 5 cars.
they got lights out there at night? Is it lit up? That's what I'm saying.
I
Oh,
leave around 11 o'clock, but I'm not gonna come back here for a while because I'll go to a spot for a couple of days and then I'll go somewhere different. You know, so I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay a little south this week. Yeah,
oh, okay.
yeah. It's another dock that I want to go to where they be having the food trucks and stuff like that. Like that other park that I go to, they have food trucks there on, I forget what day of the week. But they have a big, it be like 10 or 15 food trucks parked in
Hmm.
a half a circle, and then there'd be families and stuff, and you come out there with your boat. And then they move the food trucks. Monday they're here, Tuesday they're here, Wednesday, and they just go to different areas. And it's just like like a little baby carnival, I would say.
A baby carnival because food trucks move. She don't know that food trucks move. Is that what I'm understanding? She don't know how food trucks with wheels on them move. That okay. Food okay. It's a baby carnival, is what she said. That's what she said. Because food trucks move, y'all. Sweet Peasy say, is he a gypsy? No, no, not at all. Okay, not at all. A lady 747 said nothing sadder than a homeless person. Nothing sadder than a homeless person trying to convince folks that she's living a high life. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I just don't know. Yeah, baby carnival, my tie. A baby carnival. That's what it is. Justin's mom said truck is the keyword. A food truck, Sonya. A food truck. They move. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ms. Lady said, I guess infamous Sylvia couldn't take her in. Not her and her boyfriend. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Miss Principal said, I've heard enough of this. Enough of this. I'm about to summarize this now. Miss Principal, we only got a few more minutes. I'm a jump. We only got. I'm not gonna go. We're not gonna make it through this whole thing, right? I'm gonna do about another 5 or 6 minutes or so, and then we'll be done. So get ready for that summary from Miss Principal. It's coming.
So
But
do
you was
your
right
air
about
is your air staying is your air conditioner staying on? Or you got your fan on? Which one is it?
my
I'm talking
fan
about so,
on right now. I got the fans on. I don't have the air on.
so you
Although this
stick it
time of
in the
day, I normally do put the air on because it's the hot. I usually turn the air off around 5 o'clock when it starts to cool outside. But I just put the fans on right now, just to see what it do, if it's
okay.
comfortable enough. But I'm gonna end up turning the air on just to for I'm gonna let the air run, and then once 5 o'clock comes, I'm gonna let it die down. I'm gonna go back to the windows and just get the breeze off the water. The other place I park at, I get a better breeze because I'm more on the water.
Oh,
It's
okay.
open too. It's open. It's no buildings and stuff. Like I'm around a lot of condos and an apartment building here, and then it's DoubleTree right there. And then it's some condos over there, and it's a little tiki thingy, whatever, and then the bridge. Um, but it's. I mean, you could go somewhere different every day and chill out during the day. You know,
Okay.
where I stay at, um, Him and his girl was cooking, and I got him to cook. I was like, all right, I'll see y'all tonight because I always leave during the day, so I just don't want to, even though I'm in the driveway, I don't want, I'm not in their space or whatever. And he called me like 5 minutes after I left and was like, why'd you leave? I'm like, oh, because, I don't want to just, I'm only here for nighttime parking. I'm not here to just be here during the day. And he was like, she about to cook and everything. And she's like, why did she leave? I'm like,
Let me ask y'all a question, and it's a serious question. Now, Chi-Town CPA, that girl, Anastasia Nelson, I know y'all like to crack jokes, okay? But this is serious, okay? I got a serious question, okay? Now, Sonya's ice cream truck, I know y'all like to crack jokes, okay? And I know y'all like to look at the screenshot that's on the screen right now and make little avatars and shit, okay? And I'm not telling y'all to look at the way she looking right now on this screenshot, okay? And make a screenshot out of this and make your little avatars and make your little jokes, okay? You might even go off and make memes. I'm not telling y'all to do that right now. I'm about to ask y'all a very serious question, okay? Mixtures Monica, this is a serious question. I need your help with this one, okay? All right? Okay. All right. Here we go. This is my question. How the hell are you homeless and living with somebody? That's my question, okay? That is the question of the night, all right? Okay? That's my question, Bella. My question is, how are you homeless and living with somebody? Y'all help me out. Y'all help me out, okay? Now, Shell Parker, while y'all trying to figure out the answer to this question, okay, of how are you homeless and living with somebody, just y'all bear with me, okay, all right, because see, Shell Parker said he's free when he's communicating with Sonya. When he's not communicating, in his mind, he locked up. That's sad. That's some sad shit, Shell Parker. But Shell Parker, I'm trying to understand. Just trying to understand. Okay, you homeless. You out here running around with homeless people, and you out here running around with people that sleep in their car behind Walmart and shit, right? Because you got a good view of the water behind Walmart with the other homeless people. But you live with somebody. I'm only there for nighttime purposes. Pretty Philly babe, thank you so much for the super chat. Says I'm late. Swipe to the beginning. Native, you're one of my faves. Thank you so much, Pretty Philly babe. I do appreciate that. That means a lot to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Pretty Philly babe, I appreciate you being here. Asking a question. I haven't got an answer yet. How can you be homeless and live with somebody? You're unhoused, okay? All right? As Ebony let us know at the beginning. You're unhoused, right? But you live with somebody because they cooking dinner and want to know where you at. Y'all, does that make sense? Does that make sense? Does this screenshot make sense? Huh? Does this screenshot make sense at all? No, I ain't think so. I ain't think so. Karen S. said, in other words, my ass is dirty, my coochie is sweating, and my mind is buffering, and I'm too stupid to use Google Maps, so I'm everywhere. Listen, y'all get this screenshot, okay? All right, y'all get this screenshot. And look, we gonna leave it right here. And the reason why we gonna leave it right here is because my friend Legacy Moon has her live set up for 10 o'clock. Okay. So I'm gonna get out the way. All right. I'm gonna get out the way. We have been out here for a little bit over 3 hours. Okay. There will be a part 2. We will pick this up from this ugly ass space right here. Okay. All right. Now, Miss Principal, why Miss Principal? Why you did this, Miss Principal? See what I'm saying? See how y'all do? See how y'all do? This is how y'all do. All right. Now, before we wrap this thing up tonight on part 1, part 2 we're gonna do tomorrow. Okay. Miss Principal has a summary of what we have gone over tonight. Okay. Summary. I'm in Oklahoma, but also in Georgia, but I'm also in Miami because I don't want to be far from you. Having a get home is ghetto. I'm homeless, but we have love. Freedom is coming. Bam. That's how that works. That is how that works. Look, y'all, I appreciate you all coming through. All right. Like I said, we will continue with part 2 of Homeless and in Love tomorrow. Y'all come back tomorrow afternoon. We are going to do this before we do our trivia. Okay. So be on the lookout for the notification. I thank you all so much for being here this evening. At 10 o'clock, y'all go check out my friend Legacy Moon, True Crime and Mysteries. If you all have not been over there before, go over there this evening. She got some entertaining things happening on her channel. Okay. Thank y'all for being here tonight, man. I do appreciate that. Hope you all had a good time. I know I did. Okay. But that's all I got for y'all tonight. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Thursday. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you are enough. You are beautiful, you are loved, and you are blessed. And there isn't anything that anybody can do about that, not even you. All right. We'll pick this up tomorrow. Don't forget, they are homeless and in love. It is a Native Tribe Urban Media presentation. And I will see you all tomorrow.